Hey, Real Nerds listeners, your favorite host Ryan here to remind you that social media is great. How great is it? There's many ways you can find the Real Nerds on social media. You can download us on iTunes. You can listen to us streaming on Stitcher Radio. You can call us 720-6nerds5. Aw man, our website is so cool. You can visit our website, realnerdspodcast.com. You want to leave some fan mail? Oh, that's so easy, realnerds@gmail.com. Twitter, we got it, @real_nerds. You can even like us on Facebook. Thank you so much, and hey, enjoy the show. Welcome to the 200th episode of Real Nerds Podcast, unofficially the official podcast at Denver Comic Con 2015. I am Ryan, and with me is
James
and
Brad.
Finally, Brad, welcome back, you piece of shit.
Wow.
Yep, that's me.
Come back for the anniversary. Don't only come back for the big deals.
Just the celebrations, none of the hard work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm blowing up. I'm too big for this podcasting.
I know,
guys.
you're like so popular now. You're shooting a movie, shooting videos.
Yep. I'm doing one tomorrow.
Shooting porn.
Shooting tons of porn.
His porn name is Brad St. Brad.
Is it?
I don't know.
That's one of them.
I can't.
It's one of them.
One of them.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Shooting them. I'm in them. It's crazy.
So here we are, guys, 200 episodes in. How's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling?
Good. Why did we do this?
Yeah. How did this even start? I don't remember anymore. It's been so long.
It's been almost 4 years.
I know.
4 years. You know, it's crazy when you go back and think that we're seeing sequels to movies we reviewed.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
You know, it's quite the accomplishment, and thank you to both of you.
I mean, we're seeing, like, whole franchises built on movies that we reviewed.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
and they really, you know, if I had to guess, Hollywood really follows us, and they said, well, if they like us, then the movie will succeed.
That's clearly not true, because they've made...
Well, then there'd be a Battleship 2.
Right. Exactly, yeah. Where's how come they're announcing Ouija 2 this week, but not Battleship 2? Like, come on. Yeah.
Taylor Kitsch, he kills movies.
God damn it. What happened to him? He's so good, and his career got so killed.
Well, yeah, when you star in a $250 million movie and they both make $75 million combined.
Shit.
He's doing okay. He's in a TV show, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is he? What
yeah.
TV show?
He's in he's in a popular one.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
It's not like that romantic comedy with Alicia Cuthbert, is it? Or like something dumb like that? Is
I
it
think it's
good?
Friday Night Lights again.
Oh, dude, what? I would watch the shit out of that. Oh, man. That's an entire series that I watched during the... Like, there's so many things that when we started, I had not seen that I have seen now. Like, man.
And so, Brad, what's your favorite memory of 200 episodes in? Actually, more than 200. We just, number 200.
Yeah,
right. Just the audio part?
Yeah, it could be anything.
Whole experience?
Yeah, the whole experience.
I don't know. Interviewing Michael Eastland was good.
Yeah.
Making the pod show has been awesome. Our discussions, guys, every one of them, all 200 of them. That's after 200 episodes, it's a tough question to just like shoot out or to answer right away.
I know. I was going to give you like a really hard thing. I said, remember when we said this about blah blah blah, and I was going to have time things because I've been working out so much. I've been listening to all our old episodes.
Yeah.
But then I was like, man, then I got to remember the exact timestamp and tell him. I was like,
that's what I wish we could do is like go back through all the episodes and like marquee like how many times we said this or like a word or what our opinions were for all these different things.
Our library is just so vast now; it's hard to do.
Yeah.
We'd have to pay somebody to go through and listen. So let's say each episode averages about an hour and a half times 200.
Oh,
so you have
goodness.
500 hours basically of podcasting.
Would it take a whole year just to listen to all 4 years?
Well, if you didn't get sleep, it'd take 13 straight days. So,
oh man, this is an insane thing we've done.
No, it is.
This is an
it's
absolute
quite an accomplishment.
Like, most people do not invest this much time into something so pointless.
Here's the thing:
cool.
is as much I love Dana, but we outlasted, not literally.
Shots fired.
We outlasted a lot of people, to be completely honest.
And the thing is actually I stopped liking, not literally. I forgot that, Ginny left and Dana was kind of not really in it. And then that one dude posted that thing on it about how it's Dana's fault that nothing gets done. And
I mean,
I'm like, they shot that and you're just not editing it, dude. I'm pretty sure it's your fault.
Yeah, I mean, not that we should air like other people's dirty
shit.
laundry, but fucking Eric is a douchebag, and that whole thing has fallen apart in the most like horrible and ugly way. Anyway,
that's why I brought that up too. Though that's why it's important just to keep your friends. I mean, what I'm most proud of is it's 200 straight weeks of a new episode,
some content of some kind.
Yeah,
it's why every now and then one of us misses an episode, just so it's like, you know what, fuck these motherfuckers. I need to be somewhere else. I have spent after 500 hours with you guys. I'm like, every now and then
more Spider-Man commentary. I'm out.
Oh, man.
But it's not that for me, because honestly, I still love going to movies.
Oh, yeah.
And I still love talking to them. If I miss an episode, it's because I'm doing something. It's not because I don't like being around you guys.
Yeah. Oh no, absolutely. I mean, that's the thing. I would be doing this anyway, even if we weren't doing. I mean, which we've said since the beginning, but
now it's just an excuse to talk about movies.
Yeah,
and it's
why it is so easy. That even though like our lives have changed drastically in the last 4 years, and it's the amount of time that we have to do this and the amount of that we can invest in it. And I mean, shoot, there were some text messages this week where I was like, oh shit, like I was really worried that I wasn't going to be able to do certain things, and like the fact that is even in question from 4 years ago, when it was like, dude, I got nothing going on, like. Why not do this podcast?
Well, and your life changed. You're right, changed so much. I mean, besides me having a kid and stuff, even someone like Brad, where his video life has taken off so much because I'm not saying because of the podcast, but you did the pod show, and then that's a schizophrenic who walks down the street. It's all right, and he just comes. He's like, fuck you, fuck.
Your door's just open, right?
It's all right. I have a gun, and
oh, thank God.
What, you have a gun now?
I do.
Oh, sweet. Can I see it?
Yeah. It's a Glock.
I just want to check the barrel, make sure it's okay.
Yeah, it's not loaded.
You should get your baby to load it.
Is it really not loaded? Because if it's not loaded, I'm gonna lock the fucking door.
No, of course it's not loaded.
Oh, God damn
Here's
it.
the thing, guys. When you have a gun, you keep the gun locked and you keep the ammo separate, and you don't load the gun.
Yeah, but if you're responsible and there's a creepy lady walking by the window talking.
Like if someone walked in here, dude, I couldn't shoot him. I'm fucked.
Stop looking creepily out the window, Brad. You're creeping me.
There's someone right there.
Because
I am getting up and I am locking the door.
I'll tell you, because my gun is in the closet behind you, James, and the ammo is in like the laundry room.
Yeah, he's on the doorstep, so he just totally heard that. Just kidding. Do you remember that fear of like just looking into a window that's like black and then a face just appears?
Yeah,
I do.
Mine wasn't a face; it was E.T.
Luckily,
I'm
you
not
have
fucking kidding.
bushes. Really?
Yeah, no, really. Yeah, I would like get up and go downstairs and get some water in the middle of the night and be like, "What if ET were at my window?"
Yeah, just imagine being in like a party or something, like a conversation like this, and just looking over and there's being a face right there. But you have those bushes, so that's good.
Yeah,
but still,
it could be.
Can we talk about something else?
But yeah, besides Brad, it's so much fun seeing the hard work though pay off. I've said it before. When you're at Denver Comic Con and people say, "Oh, I heard you guys. I'm from Florida." Or, Dan from Ohio and things like that.
That's what I was going to say, the answer to your question, meeting all of our fans.
Yeah. That's
rewarding
for me to be seen and known.
The fact that we went to see, I mean, it's not going to see Warm Bodies that was cool. It was going to see Warm Bodies with Cora, who we'd never met until the show, right?
Yeah.
Like moments like that were what has been really cool.
And you brought up the Michael Uslan thing, and that's something that always sticks out in my mind. Because it's one of those chances that I always remember taking. Because he was at Mile High Comics for the Denver Comic Con, the first one, and he was signing his book. And I just walked up to him, and Brad says, "Oh, he's not going to be on the show because he's the executive producer of Batman for 25 years or 30 years, I think." And
why isn't he? I'm curious as to why he's not a producer on Batman versus Superman.
Is he not?
He's not.
Interesting.
He was on. What DC movie did I just watch that he's on?
As far as I know from his book and stuff, he's contractually.
Are you sure he's not? Did you look at the
every
credits?
Batman, yeah. Unless they're not just printing it on the poster.
Maybe because I don't know. I just saw him on something else that was DC.
Yeah, I feel like every Batman property, like he has to be a part of, like even the cartoons and things.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
But anyways, yeah. So it's one of those. I think it was actually a defining moment for the podcast because I was just like, you know what, fuck it, who cares? Who's gonna say no to me? And that actually started giving me the courage to walk up to celebrities and just say, you want to be on my show? And if they say no, it's all right. Fuck them. And if they don't want to be on my show, that's fine. But I've only been turned down twice. And one was Kane Hodder because he was doing a pilot for some other show, and he said it was like contractually he couldn't do it, which probably not. But and Chandler Riggs, little Carl from The Walking Dead, the producers won't allow him to be on shows because at the time he was like 9 or something, so they were worried about spoilers. But he was still I'll always remember when he shook my wife's hand and he said, "Laura, it is so nice to meet you," and I thought it was the cutest thing I've ever seen. But yeah, and that when I walked to Michael Uslan and I asked him to be on the show, he's like, "Yeah, I'll do your show." And then when we sat down at Denver Comic Con, we were waiting for that. I don't even remember what the panel before his was, like webcomics or something.
Okay.
And then he sat down next to me and said, "I'm going to be on your show later, right?" I was like, "You remember me?" And then we got to sit behind him at the show and.
Yep.
Sat down for 15 minutes when he didn't have any time, and I'm like, "One more question." He's like, "Okay." He's like, "But I really got to go." He didn't say that, but he answered every question. So I love what everyone's accomplished. I love and thank you guys for your sacrifice and everything that you've done, and
also meeting Jonathan Tiersten and making a video with him.
Yeah, I mean, we're just so lucky.
All of the other like. The interviews with Georges Jonti and Rebecca Isaacs and Joe Kelly.
James, don't we have another interview we can put up with
We do. Yeah, we do.
Fucker, you better put that shit up. Swear to God.
4 weeks.
So, I mean, all of those experiences, everything that we've gotten to do at Denver Comic Con.
But here's the thing: is like Georges Jonti now. I can say he's a con friend.
Yeah.
Like every Sunday he comes and is he coming this year? Oh, I hope he comes every Sunday and he sits down and he talks to us for an hour and a half, 2 hours.
Yeah.
When he could be making money.
Right.
And it's just things like that you just cherish. And thank you to our listeners for making these last 4.5 years awesome.
Yeah.
That's the other thing is, like, I think why we're successful is because, like, not literally, it was like a business. Mm-hmm. And we don't treat this like a business, although it feels like a business sometimes.
It does. I mean, it's hard.
But at the end of the day, it's just our love of doing this that keeps it going. It's not required.
And that's the thing, too, is, and I'll say this to anybody who's thinking about doing a podcast. One, consistency is the most important thing. I say this at every panel I do. Consistency, and also find something you really want to do. And two, don't treat it like a business because, I mean, sometimes I feel the pressure to watch movies during the week. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I'm probably going to watch a movie anyways. So just watch it and have fun. And doing it has also introduced me to movies that I've never seen, classic movies, and so I just really enjoy it. So again, thank you. And I talked for a long time. James, what are you taking from these 200 episodes?
Man, I mean, it's tough. I feel like it's gone through so many different phases, and we've had so many different experiences and cool things that we've gotten to do, either from getting to meet and talk to a lot of the people sort of in the local film community, getting to do things like I was thinking about it on the drive up here, like all of the more memorable things we've gotten to do, like the doing the live show for Aurora Rise and events like that were just
Telluride
so.
Horror.
Oh yeah, every time we've done
I
Telluride Horror.
forget to say that we did. It makes you feel good too. We did such a good job at Denver Comic Con. That the lady who doesn't do it anymore, but Tsunami Amy, she was in charge of publicity for Telluride. She recommended us to the guys who run Telluride, and that's how we got there. And so, the battery and things like that, it's irreplaceable experiences.
It's been quite a ride, you guys. Mm-hmm. And now
really
it's
cool.
over.
What? Whoa, wait, what? No, this is not where we're going. That's not where we're going.
Just kidding.
Yeah. I'm sorry, James, to cut you off. Anything else?
No. I think that's it.
Brad,
it's been really cool.
Did we win an award? Episode 6 that you posted. That you showed at the Mercury?
We didn't win an award, but
can we?
It got the best reaction of the night.
Nice.
What?
Can we give ourselves an award? Like, can we
Every
order
day.
a statue?
What made you decide to play that one there?
Every day I wake up and pat myself on the back. It's like an award.
What? What made you decide to play that episode there? I'm just curious. I haven't talked to you since.
Because I know I've been gone for 2 weeks. I was like, oh my god, I have to talk about Startfest too.
Oh yeah.
The that open screen night variation, I was showing the episodes like 2 years ago when they came out at that venue, but they've shut down and moved to different venues since then, and I've only just now gotten back to showing stuff there, and that was like the last one they hadn't seen yet. So,
oh, cool.
I
didn't know if you picked it for that. There's a lot of
demand.
Yeah, that people wanted to see it, or there's a special reason why you show it there.
Oh no, I just because remembering that people who go to that show hadn't seen it yet.
Gotcha.
So, and it killed. So, people are looking forward to season 2. I can't tell you how much people are looking forward to season 2. Like,
well, keep them waiting. This is like a BBC show where it's a series. It's not a season; it's a series.
Yeah.
So series 2 should.
Yeah, and I know I'm feeling the pressure because I know you got stuff to do in August, so it's gonna be tough to crank out 6 a story arc across 6 episodes.
We'll figure something out though.
Yeah.
Cool. So every week we go see a new movie. If you're new to the podcast, we just got done being self-congratulatory, so we'll stop that.
I know. This is not just a podcast where we basically masturbate each other for 20 minutes. Like,
I have one more question, though.
Sure.
What? Oh, okay.
What's the future? Like, how do we go even higher in our success? What's the next step?
200 more episodes?
I don't know. Maybe
James, aiming high.
Maybe somebody other than me write articles on the website.
That would be great, especially if we had a writer in this group. Man,
I know.
Son of a bitch.
I copy Alamo posts and post them to the website.
You do.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
More stuff at the Alamo for sure.
Yeah, I mean, we're working on the stuff at the Alamo. Go ahead, Brad. Do you remember something?
You just
sorry.
freaked out.
I forgot. Well, I wanted to tell you, but I shouldn't say it on the podcast, so I'll tell you later.
Okay. Titillating.
Yeah.
That's great podcasting,
Sworn to
Brad.
secrets. Yeah, sorry, I just got that because I forget stuff.
Shit's going on.
Yeah, reminded it.
But
Yeah.
not shit you can know about.
I've been gone for 2 weeks.
I
Yeah.
know.
We know.
Yeah, it's trying our hands on new things. Like I really want to do. We've been talking to the Alamo World Nerds present movies at the Alamo, kind of things like that, where we're more associated with movies because I think people know us in Denver pretty well as a Denver movie podcast. So it's building on that. Every week we go see a new movie and we podcast our experience to the world. This is an exciting time. I love this time because it means it's summer movies, and so this week is obviously Age of Ultron. I guess Marvel's Avengers, Age of Ultron.
Disney's Marvel's Avengers, Age of Ultron.
Yeah. Hey, that's an old joke. See?
Yep.
You can dig that up from the old times. And we'll play the trailer, then we'll spoil the movie. We also talk about movie news, movie stats, a comic book. I have a great comic book this week, guys. Great
Good.
one.
Was it free? Because today's free comic book day.
It was not free. It was $5.
Oh.
And yeah, so we just talk about movies and stuff. But before we talk about movies, we're going to self-congratulate ourselves even more. We got a phone call this week.
What? Feed meal!
So when we get voicemails, we play them on the air. And this week we got one from our good friend Zach. Zach, take it away.
Real nerds. The one thing I can't stand in the world is Ryan Frost's smug face when he sees that his Spider-Man is getting a new movie. Or when James Hart fantasizes about a world where the Phantom Menace actually rules. Or when Brad does... I don't really know what Brad does. But my point is I'm back from the grave. Really to wish you guys a happy 200 episodes. Let's be honest. 200 episodes is a big accomplishment for a podcast out in Denver, or let alone a podcast anywhere. I know very few that get to 200 and manage to still stay as popular and as entertaining and as engaging as you guys have managed to be over the it seems like years now. And I've been fortunate enough to even host a couple of those shows when Ryan was away having his child, Kellen. And it's been a pleasure. So here's to you, real nerds. Happy 200th episode from your friendly neighborhood ghost, Zach Eastman. No longer an enemy of the real nerds, but instead a trusted ally. Trusted being in quotation marks because I might have taken a dump in somebody's toilet. I don't want to say it's Ryan, but it's probably Ryan. Bye.
Well, thank you, Zach. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's nice. Man, I miss him.
Yeah, I was reading that he's coming back, or is he thinking about it, or?
No, I'm going to hang out with him in L.A.
Brad's going
cool.
out to L.A. He's going to see Hollywood Babylon.
Ooh.
And other things.
And yeah, he's going to appear on Nerd Fat podcast, right?
I'm going to rep...
Can I announce that? Is that going to...
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, was that the top secret thing you can't talk about?
No, that's another thing. Oh,
Okay.
Your baby's crying.
Fuck him.
He'll fall asleep in a
I'm
second.
going to represent Jean-Claude Van Damme and our podcast. And, I'm going to go to Hollywood Babylon, take the Warner Brothers studio tour.
Oh, cool.
Hopefully see the Dark Knight... Batman, Superman, basically the Dark Knight Returns. Memorabilia they got there, hopefully.
Cool. You gonna when you're on that Universal Studios tour, you gonna like take your Bowie knife out and stab that snake when it pops out, just like Crocodile Dundee does, and Crocodile Dundee does Los Angeles?
Nope, because
Yeah.
I'm going to the Warner Brothers tour.
Oh,
Yeah, that's Paramount?
whatever. I just assumed that happens at all studio tours in LA.
Oh, I got you. I'm remembering now. I tried
Yeah.
to forget that movie.
That's the only thing I remember. Literally, the only thing I remember from Crocodile Dundee 3.
The thing
Oh,
I
he's
remember
so
is
adorable.
the very end when...
It's just like butt up in the air,
Yep.
face down in the bed, like
He's ready for action.
I think this is how. Isn't
Once
this
you
how
touch
you?
his butt.
This is how you sleep. Like just you. He looks like he got super drunk
Yeah.
and just plopped face forward into the bed.
My kid is so cute that when we were at the zoo the other day, we got a discount because he was so cute.
You did not.
I did.
Oh my goodness.
I was at the concession stand, and the lady asked if I was a member of the zoo, and I said, no, I'm not. She says, well, your baby's so cute, I'll give you the discount anyways. I'm like, thanks. Appreciate it. Anyways, what were we talking about?
I'm going to L.A.
Yeah.
I think I covered it all.
We
were talking
put a
about
cock in your mouth.
We were talking about Crocodile Dundee. Is what we were talking
Oh,
about.
that's right.
Yeah. The part I remember is he's going to leave on the subway, and then the woman shows up.
No, that's Crocodile Dundee 1,
And
not
he
Los
has
And he
to-
Angeles.
walks across people. I
Yeah,
remember
he
that
steps
part.
on people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great movie though. Not Los Angeles though.
Oh,
That's the third one.
The third
He
one.
stabs a snake in the third one?
Yeah, that's in the third.
Oh.
Well,
I
no,
don't
no.
know.
In the third one, it's a robot snake.
I can't believe you
He's on
remember
the
this.
Universal
I remember
Studio-
that part from the first Crocodile Dundee and the...
Oh
Yeah.
hell yeah! When he gets the water buffalo
Can't believe I saw
to
that
sit
theater.
down in the road, which I don't think that's a good thing. Like the water buffalo. Anyway, whatever.
That movie
This
sucks.
is not the time to talk about how rational or irrational Crocodile Dundee is. Actually, this is exactly the time. That's what we do.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, what is there? Structure? Fuck
Not
that.
rational.
Yeah.
Or it's just tame.
Yeah.
It's like such like clean comedy.
Hey man,
It's not
that's
funny at all.
how the '90s were.
Hey, sometimes Albert and Costello Meet Frankenstein is one of the funniest movies ever, but, you know, it's still funny. I don't know if Crocodile Dundee is even close to that. It's not.
The Rescuers Down Under is probably funnier than
It is not
Crocodile
funnier.
Dundee.
I love that movie.
You guys are so mean.
I fucking love The Rescuers.
What about when he finds that bidet and he's like, "What is this? It squirts water in your butt."
No,
It's a
not
hilarious
funny.
movie. Oh my goodness, man! When I was 8, it was the shit. It's like that and Smokey and the Bandit, and I was happy.
I think there's some movie where someone drinks out of the bidet. That's funnier.
I'm sure there is. What is that movie?
I don't know, but I bet it's got
Balls.
Adam
Ace
Sandler in it.
Ventura?
It is it.
Is it? When Nature Calls?
Maybe it is. I don't
Yeah.
remember. I haven't seen that movie in so long.
I have no idea.
Anyways, our favorite movie theater is the Denver Alamo Draft House. And if you talk at the Alamo Draft House,
They will fucking cut you.
we'll cut you. But hey, if you need reminding, here's a PSA for that.
Hi, I'm Leonard Maltin, and I love going to the movies. I always have. What I don't love is people who intrude on my movie-going experience. I know a lot of you feel the same way, but there's always that one person. And I've tried every technique. I've tried being polite, tried being sarcastic, I've tried shushing. Sometimes nothing works. Look, I'm not antisocial. You want to hang out with your friends? Have fun. You want to talk or text? Go at it. Want to play video games? Have a good time. Just don't do it here. Shut up. Let us all watch the movie, okay?
This week at the Alamo Draft House, or remember, this is next week. I always say this week, but it's next week. Quit quoting me when I say this shit, guys.
We didn't say anything.
I know, I'm censoring myself because I'm an idiot sometimes.
Actually, this week they had a woman before Age of Ultron come up on the stage and like tell people Like specifically,
shut up.
don't talk, do not text, or you will get cut.
Nice.
Yeah.
This week is the Three Amigos Craft Beer Dinner by Odell.
That's awesome.
Which is a brewery in Fort Collins, James's alma mater.
Well, not Odell, but yeah.
You know, CSU. Vinegar Syndrome presents Super Soul Brother.
Oh, dude.
The 37th Chamber is Dread Not in 35 millimeter. Fantastique is Wizards in 35 millimeter, which is an animated film. Draft House Films Roar opens the 8th, which looks really interesting. It's
Melanie Griffith gets her face bitten off.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And then the Cartoon Cereal Party. Hey, remember this is totally free. You just have to pay for the to see the movies. You just have to pay for the cereal, and it's Assemble the Team, which is a mixture of a bunch of Avengers cartoons.
Oh, that's
It's
cool.
It's like a cartoon block for almost 2 hours. It's lots of fun if you have kids, because the kids aren't welcome or not allowed in movies after a certain time.
Yeah.
And they can't experience the Alamo, so it's a good way for you to experience the Alamo with your children. And they put on really fun things. I can't wait to have my son. I was talking to Rafe when you ran in and forgot your comic. I was waiting there, and then all these little kids were coming out, and they're talking about how cool the Avengers were. I'm like, oh, man, I can't wait till I can take my son to see, like, Spider-Man, you know? And he can tell me how much he hates me because I love Spider-Man.
Yeah, because it'll be like the 8th reboot of Spider-Man by that point.
Well, you know, Spider-Man, Spider-Man, the New Avenger,
Hell yeah.
comes out, to 2017?
Yeah, 17.
So that
yeah.
means he'd be, like, 3? I can take him to that.
Yeah, but you could, but I don't think he's going to come out of it and be like, Dad, I hate you because you like Spider-Man so much.
Yeah, that's going to be when he's, like, 12, rip
Yeah.
my comics in half. Aw,
Right.
son.
Oh,
Threw a Blade Runner gun on the roof.
that's so, oh my gosh.
Really
Like,
what you did to your dad.
you can see the, like, after-school special now.
If that
of,
happened,
like,
it'd seriously break my heart.
Yeah.
Like, if he ripped, like, he's like, fuck Gwen Stacy.
yeah.
And then, like, a robot comes by. He died of a broken heart. Remember from episode 3?
Ooh-bah.
Yep.
Ooh-bah.
So, yeah, make
That's
sure
that's the sound my childhood makes when it dies.
anytime they have something special at the Alamo, make sure you buy your tickets online at alamodrafthouse.com/Denver, because they do sell out.
Yeah.
That video Vortex, I really want to see. Was it Bionic
Boy?
It looks so stupid. It looks awesome.
I will not rest until I avenge the people who killed my parents. He's
And
like a
real-
5-year-old kid. He's doing karate.
In really bad dubbed English. It's
oh,
awesome.
man, it's so good.
So
yeah.
make sure you hit up the Alamo Draft House.
Yep.
Brad, you've been gone a long time. What do you want to talk about first?
Let's go old school. Let's start with the box office stats.
Ooh.
This is the box office stats.
I have them, James, if you don't.
I got him.
Dick.
But, I mean, you're going to say what won.
Yeah, it's Furious 7 again.
Yep.
Not surprising. It's going to get crushed this week.
Yeah. No, you don't think that it's $17.8 million from last week are going to, like, push it over the line to stay at number one?
You know, when you think about it, it's crazy because, you know, Avengers is tracking for like $210 million.
Yeah.
Even if it does half the business, it's going to do $100 million in its second weekend.
Right.
That's crazy. The biggest new release was Age of Adeline, which actually surprised me. It made $13 million, which I guess old people fucking love that movie.
But the movie we saw came in at number 6, Ex Machina, with $5.3 million.
Another movie that really wasn't promoted that much, and if you look at its per theater average, was actually the highest in the top 20 movies.
Well, how many
So-
theaters is it in?
Well,
anyway?
last week it was in 1,255 theaters, but that was up 1,216 theaters from the week before. So it had been in like 7 theaters, and then that's it's almost like it should be highlighted as having released last week because it kind of did. But
And that movie's great.
yeah, it's great.
And it's sexy.
Yeah.
I'd totally jerk off to that robot.
Whoa, okay, well, now it's getting weird. Now
And
it's
I'd be
getting
like,
weird.
do you like that, Ava? Do you like that?
After 200 episodes, we have still not grown the
If he
fuck
peels
up.
your face
Nope.
off.
Hey, I didn't say it was a horse this time.
That's true. Well, you're right. Yeah, yes, but you did just fill our quota for bestiality jokes this year.
Yes. Did it. Wee, wee, wee. Wait, that was a pig. God, maybe I should look at my sons
was
like,
gonna say.
this is a horse.
Nobody said you knew your animals.
Speak and say.
Oh, shit. All right, cool. What's next? Well, I guess that means we're going to do DVDs, right? Next?
We don't do DVDs, we do Blu-rays.
Whatever.
DVD releases and Blu-rays.
Fuck you, we do Blu-rays. Because this week is an important Blu-ray week.
Yeah, 50 Shades of Grey comes out this week. No, seriously, I've never had this many tabs.
No, this week is awesome
for Blu-ray releases ever in the 200 episodes we've done. So let me go through. So 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah.
Did you see the teaser for 50 Shades of Grayer?
No.
Yeah, they're already teasing.
I thought that they didn't know if the stars would be back for that. Who fucking cares?
Well, at least that one dude is, which I don't even know. I mean, from the story you told me, I don't know why the woman would come back again anyway, right? Like, she just storms off because he hits her, which is the point. Never mind. I gotta watch that fucking thing because your description of it made me way more curious.
See, here's the thing: is you have to watch it to see how fucking shitty it is. It's like watching Plan 9. But see, the difference is Plan
really
9 is entertaining. This is not entertaining. It's not sexy. It's not entertaining.
Plan 9 is a masterpiece. Like this, man, I'm just fascinated by it. Selma comes out on Blu-ray this week.
I want to see that.
I need to check it out.
Redbox.
There's a handful of Steven Spielberg movies this week, including 1941.
Sweet.
Which I actually have already pre-ordered because I've never seen it.
No?
Yeah, no.
I saw it on Laserdisc years ago, and I don't remember it at all.
It's chaotic.
Okay.
It's his least favorite film, I think.
Oh, absolutely.
Him personally.
He regrets having done it, and that's why he doesn't do comedies anymore. Or he doesn't do like straight comedies, because I would argue that things like Terminal are really a comedy. But
Catch Me If You Can's kind of a comedy.
Yeah. Munich comes out on Blu-ray this week, which I assume, do you guys already have that pre-ordered as well?
Yeah, that is so funny.
The funniest of Steven Spielberg movies. Duel is getting a release. That one I also have pre-ordered. Always is coming out this week.
Haven't seen it in years.
Me either. And then the Sugarland Express as well. So there's a whole
Goldie
lot.
Hawn, right?
That might be the only one I haven't seen.
Yeah, I haven't seen the Sugarland Express either, so I have it pre-ordered as well. But I didn't know they were all coming out at the same time. I pre-ordered them like months ago and was just going through like, hey, these are movies I haven't seen. And then they will all show up this week apparently. So
you're going to get charged.
Yeah. All my money went away. Mr. Turner, which was that artsy movie about the artsy guy. I want to see that
though because like the performance I heard is so good in it.
Yeah, it looks really good. Mr. Selfridge, which is that show with Jeremy Piven on PBS, which I don't know. I've never seen it, but whatever. Jude Law's got a movie called Black Sea, which looks direct to DVD, as well as Black and White, which is a Kevin Costner movie.
Yeah, that's with Octavia Spencer.
Yes, it is. There's another direct to DVD movie called The Last 5 Years, but it's got like Anna Kendrick and some other dude in it.
So you'll see it?
Yeah, I mean, it's got Anna Kendrick in it, so I want to see that. Masters of Sex Season 2, which your wife is watching through that now, right?
I'm watching it too. It's actually a pretty good show.
Yeah, I watched like the first season and sort of fell off, but yeah, it's pretty cool.
It gets really good if you keep on watching it. The first 3 episodes are okay.
Yeah.
And then it slowly picks up steam and it gets really good.
So there's a show that I didn't know existed on AMC that I totally want to see now because I think that this is the coolest title for a show. It's called Halt and Catch Fire. Have you heard of this?
No.
Oh my gosh. I've never heard of Halt and Catch Fire. I'm going to go like try to watch this show because I think it's
about an episode.
Really?
Yeah.
I probably wasn't listening to you.
No, I thought you talked about it.
Oh, no. I don't think I've watched it. No.
Because we were talking about, like, you had to explain to me what that meant. Was that you? What Halt and Catch Fire actually means?
If so, I have no idea what Halt and Catch Fire means.
Wow. Who was that?
I don't know.
You talking to yourself in your sleep?
I'll go watch Halt and Catch Fire, and then we'll make this like fever dream you've had a reality.
Sweet.
Yeah. Andrew Dice Clay's The Adventures of Ford Fairlane comes out on Blu-ray this week.
Is he still alive?
I don't know. But this is one of the worst photoshopped covers I think I've ever seen. It's probably not even photoshopped. It's just airbrushed together.
It's an old movie.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Totally an old movie.
I heard it's actually pretty good.
Really?
Really?
Well, it's really high up there.
Yeah.
Ryan, you'll be really excited because finally your copy of 2001's Vanilla Sky is going to come in the mail this week.
No, that's a lie. They postponed it to the 30th.
Did they really? Oh, son of a bitch. Well, it's still on here.
But see how it's a different cover?
Yeah, I actually really like that cover.
I know. I told you they're making it like a deluxe edition.
Yeah. And they're making it look like it's a straight up romance movie. Speaking of covers that are kind of cool to movies that you
think they'll still have that shitty Paul McCartney song on it.
I'm sure. Whoa, wait.
Yeah, he makes shitty songs, James.
We need to just move on.
In 2001, he made a shitty song.
Speaking of things that are shitty that other people tend to think is good, The Terminator is getting a Blu-ray release this week, which is kind of cool because the cover's new and it's in a red case.
You don't like the first Terminator?
I don't.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm not crazy about it. I am pretty crazy though about Get Shorty, which is getting a Blu-ray release this week, as well as Be Cool. Be Cool's not great, but Get Shorty is.
Yeah, it's all right. Be Cool's all right. The Rock's gay in it.
Yeah, The Rock is the best part of that movie.
Yeah, and he's not in it enough.
No, he's not. Red Dawn, the 1984 version, is getting a Blu-ray
Swayze.
release this week, with a really cool cover as well. So go check that out. As well as speaking of Swayze, Roadhouse is getting like an all new release as well.
What? There's no way. Oh, I haven't got mine back from you yet. I don't think.
No, you haven't, because I haven't watched it yet. But I will.
Dude.
I will.
You're
Getting
missing
close.
out.
I know.
It has like a special feature on it.
And then the very last thing is WrestleMania 31 is coming out this week.
Nice.
So if you didn't get a chance to see it, now's your chance to like watch the Sting wrestle the Undertaker for the 35th time.
Nice, I love it.
Because I think that's still like the only people that are involved in wrestling are Sting.
I know
and
the Undertaker is like been in 22 WrestleManias, I think.
Yeah, I mean
22 or 23, I can't remember.
At some point, you would think that they would actually like retire or
Well, I mean,
get
what
old.
else are you gonna do?
Well, yeah, I guess that's
I would
true.
never retire if I kept on making money. Fuck it.
Yeah, but at a certain point when you're like 50 years old and you're like supposed to be going out there beating the shit out of yourself. Of course, I guess that, I mean, I saw The Wrestler. Eventually you just die.
Yeah.
Shit. Now I'm depressed.
Why? Because that movie is not as good as everybody thinks it is.
Hey,
Yeah, I said it.
it's better than Black Swan.
Yeah, but then you're really comparing shit to shit. I mean,
Nah, The Wrestler's good.
no, it's not.
The Wrestler's a good movie. People should see The Wrestler. Anyway, that's the Blu-ray.
Remember when he cuts his finger in the deli?
Oh, that was
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh, yeah, man. Fuck that scene. Ugh.
I just
That's a
ate the
good
deli today.
Yeah? Was there a finger in it?
Who knows?
Did you guys read Robert Downey Jr. talking about why he won't be in independent movies?
I didn't.
He summed up everything I think about independent movies like in his rant. It was awesome.
Yeah?
I don't want to misquote him. You should really read it, though.
Okay.
He's basically talking about that it's people who think they're making really good movies and they're making shit. I'm not joking. You should really... It's pretty much what he said. It's,
Yeah. All right.
I love Robert.
That's fair. Except for some of them. Like Up in the Air.
Yeah, that's not really independent, though.
Ex Machina?
Yeah,
That's not
Ex
really
Machina.
independent either.
So define independent.
Shit.
Because I would say that The Wrestler wasn't really independent either. I mean,
Jean-Claude Van Damme's Dan Van's pretty
all right,
independent.
yeah,
Shit.
JCVD-DV is absolutely independent. All right.
Yeah, but even Ex Machina probably cost $40 million to make.
No.
I don't know.
I already looked it up on Box Office Mojo. It says NA.
Oh,
right
okay.
now,
They don't actually
but-
have the stats.
But yeah, there's 40 million. Probably not.
It might be up there.
That's usually like if you have like a name star, and like Oscar Isaac and Dom aren't like
yeah,
huge
no.
names yet. Like Oscar Isaac probably after
Yeah,
Star
but
Wars.
I'm not
but
talking about that. I'm talking about how many visual effects shots are in that movie.
there's like really good visual effects done in indie movies that rival.
Yeah. I mean, they do like those little, YouTube video things where it's like, hey, it's Power Rangers, and it has really good visual effects in it where like
But then you're
some
like,
dude
oh, it's
threw it
Power
together.
Rangers. Fuck that.
I mean, Age of Ultron had $200 million to make their visual effects great, and they kind of did a poor job in the Ex Machina. So
Hey,
Spoilers.
save your shit for later, man. Yeah. Anyway, that's DVDs this
Cool.
week.
What do
Or
we do next,
Blu-rays,
Brad? Fuck
whatever.
you.
So speaking of the Terminator, since I was gone when that new trailer appeared,
Awesome.
Right?
so I was on the fence about that movie already,
Well, yeah.
and then I saw that trailer, and now I'm really pissed that trailer came out because I'm just thinking how blown away I would have been had I not known that spoiler going into the movie that I thought was going to suck.
Yeah, but if you didn't do a podcast where you had to go see movies like that all the time, would you have not gone to see that movie because of that first trailer?
Yes.
Right. So they had to reveal that fact. And I agree with you, right? I totally agree with you. But like my mom always makes this argument for she went and saw Double Jeopardy without having seen a trailer, so she didn't know that like spoilers for fucking an Alex Ashley Judd movie from
You can't
20
be
years
tried
ago.
twice for the same crime.
But but like she didn't know that the lady's husband was still alive, right? So when that reveal happened, she was like floored. But most people wouldn't go see, like if you made a trailer for Double Jeopardy where you didn't reveal that fact, it would be a really, really lame movie. Like no one would go see that movie. The same thing honestly might be true for this Terminator because people were tearing that shit apart after the first trailer. Like you had to do something. I mean, I would argue the same thing was true for Ant-Man, where like you have to put out a trailer that's a lot more interesting and reveals like why people should be excited about the movie.
I wish there was something
But I
else
agree with
because,
you.
man, that
yeah.
reveals like, oh,
No.
finally they're doing a different story.
There definitely is something else though. Because
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, here's the thing. I'm not one of those people because I watched the first trailer and was like, sure, why the fuck not? Because I don't hold those movies on a pedestal. So for me, I was like, that seems cool. It's got Terminator in it, so I'll see it.
I was just going to say that you need a hook for the movie.
Yeah.
And when you put a trailer out 10 months before the movie comes out, and the only hook is that Schwarzenegger comes back,
Right.
you got to find a hook for it. And I mean, now, have you seen the new poster? The new poster has him on it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So something tells me there's something else going on in the movie. I mean, I read that it's 3 different timelines. So
Yeah.
I'm just saying I would have been perfectly fine eating crow. Like,
Yeah.
Had I not known that was going to happen.
No,
I was sitting in the theater going like, holy shit.
I mean, I
Like,
told James on the podcast, I'm like, you haven't seen the new Terminator trailer?
I know.
No, I mean,
you guys play
we
it.
watched it on the show.
I know. It's like, I was like, dude, it'll blow your fucking mind.
Yeah.
Because they decide to do something different.
Yeah, what a great idea.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And now I'll just be bored.
Which is honestly, it's honestly how I felt about the first trailer, where I was like, "Oh shit!" Like they're going back and doing the first thing again, but it's like rebooted and also completely rewritten. Like I was actually really interested in it before, because for me it was different. But now it's like, oh no, you guys really just flew up double birds at everybody who loves these movies, and we're like, "Fuck you, John Connor's a douche."
It is interesting too
it's
because
gonna be cool.
I get Entertainment Weekly and they always have previews for movies because if you're a reporter for them, you get to visit the set. And they about 4 or 5 months ago they were talking about the huge twist that they wouldn't tell in the article, but now it's
out there.
Now it's out there.
Unless it's not the twist. Maybe there's still something more.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe Linda Hamilton shows up and she's also a robot.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
From a different timeline.
How manly she was in Terminator 2.
And she's having a baby Terminator.
Oh my gosh!
She's
and it
got
comes out of
impregnated.
her chest like a fucking alien.
It's exactly like Alien Resurrection. Like it comes out and it's a half human and it loves her.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And then Ashley Judd's there stealing pants
What?
because she shoplifted.
Oh, I remember.
Or
that.
sorry, Winona Ryder. I meant.
I was gonna say
I said Ashley Judd.
Wait,
How dare you speak?
defamation of character, sir.
I'm so sorry, Ashley Judd.
She's very upset about that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Speaking of defamation of character, how dare Andrew Garfield cheat on Emma Stone,
Wait,
the
what?
sweetest woman ever? You didn't hear about that?
No, did that happen?
Yeah.
Should we? Hey, can we? Let's just roll news and then we'll talk about this. It's real news. What is this shit? What happened?
Apparently, Andrew Garfield got so into his character in his whatever Scorsese movie he's working on that he's in a bad place, and so he cheated on Emma Stone. They're broken up now.
That's some dumb bullshit.
Yeah.
There's your window, buddy. You're going to be out in L.A. She lives out
I know.
there.
I'm gonna track her down.
Yeah, and be like, I would never do a Martin Scorsese movie. I mean, I would never cheat on you.
Yep.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
I don't even.
I was rubbing it into Spider-Man fan here. That's why I brought it up.
Well, he's not really Peter Parker.
First he was the golden boy. Now he's quickly cast aside.
He is. Fuck him. On to Asia Butterfield.
No one cheats on Gwen Stacy.
I just like. It's not even the cheating on Emma Stone thing that
Yeah,
is
cheating
stupid.
on Gwen Stacy.
No, it's it's the using the argument that, dude, I was just so method that I was in a dark place and that's why I
He's
didn't
really good
know.
in Spider-Man, but he does seem like he's like a douchey actor.
You think?
Yeah.
Even after all those interviews where he was like, Spider-Man saved my life when I was a child.
I said besides Spider-Man.
Well, no, but I mean in his interviews. I don't mean like in the movie. I mean like.
Yeah, like his interviews with Spider-Man are fine.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying like outside of it.
Oh, okay.
When you're in the Spider-Man universe, it's all good. I love you. So when you turn your back on it, I ain't got time for your shit.
Technically, he did not turn his back on Spider-Man. Spider-Man turned his back on Andrew Garfield.
Well, so many did.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
Cool.
But that's like way more fascinating than the fact that there's going to be a Ouija 2, which was the first thing.
What?
Hey, did you see that picture of Casey Jones from TMNT 2?
I did.
Does he
He kind of looks like the comic, I think.
I mean, he's got a mask on.
I mean, it's like petty to like, oh, he doesn't have the long hair and like the cut off sleeves, but
He doesn't look like it's 1992.
yeah. So I can't fault it for that. It's like, okay, they got to update it somehow. The mask looks cool, but at the same time, it looks like the guy from Arrows, like in the movie. Like there's nothing special.
Well, here's the thing, though. Is they said they cast the Shredder. Wasn't the Shredder in the last one?
He
I
was,
guess
but
that's
he
not
didn't
really
have like a face.
I guess it's not really the Shredder. I guess.
Well, no.
Was there a tag scene we never saw?
No, he shows his face early on, but it's in like shadow. But basically, as a character in the movie, it's just the suit.
Yeah, that's what I
Really?
mean. Like,
I thought wasn't like Fichtner the Shredder?
No. There was an actual like Asian dude who was the Shredder, and he teamed up with Fichtner.
well, hey, they have the van that's a garbage truck too.
They had the van in the last movie. Now it's a garbage. Yeah,
So they go, all right.
Wait, did they?
I know. See,
it
that's
seems like they're trying harder, but
I know that's the thing that sucks. So I'm doing this comic book movie binge. That means I'm gonna have to either A, find a way to watch that movie, or B, it's probably gonna be cheaper for me just to get it at Tradesmart because renting it on Amazon right now is $10.
I can't even loan it to you because I don't even own it.
I know, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I'd much rather watch Turtles 3 back to back than watch that shit.
But it means you get to watch TMNT the animated one, which is a pretty good one.
I do.
That's a good one.
That fight with Raph and Leonardo.
Oh yeah, that's a man. Fucking.
That was one of the first Blu-rays I got.
It just looks like, whatever.
What's
Honestly, Arrow's human name? Like
Stephen Amell?
No. The
Oliver Queen?
Oliver Queen. It just looks like Oliver Queen's in a Turtles movie. Yeah, and I understand like it was probably a contractual thing where he had to look like, because they're probably still filming Arrow, but at the same time, like wigs exist. So
at the same time, human-sized turtles, human-sized turtles do not. So they found a way to do that, but they can't find a way to make this guy's hair look longer.
And I'm the head of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Bow down.
Now what's gonna happen next is Raph is gonna try to skateboard down this sewer. I'm ready for it, bro.
Oh shit. Oh man. Anyway, I'll be honest. Every time there's news about a Turtles movie, I bring it up anyway. It's like poking a bear. I really like doing it.
Yeah.
Oh man. Do we want? We've talked a lot about Daredevil the last couple weeks. I don't know if you've gotten a chance to watch it.
I watched the first 3 episodes.
Okay, so we may talk about it here shortly, but they're talking about maybe getting Daredevil into Captain America: Civil War, which I think would be pretty cool. Yeah. But honestly, I was jazzed enough by that show.
You don't know who Tony Stark's team is yet, so.
Dude, we have no clue what's going on in Civil War. Yeah, man, I'm excited.
Me too.
But yeah, other than that, there wasn't a lot of news unless I missed something. I mean,
I'm gonna say, because I haven't had a chance yet, that I don't think that's Batman's voice in the trailer.
What, the robotic one?
Yeah, I think it's misdirection, because that's not something Batman would say, even if Frank Miller wrote it.
Oh, you mean the "Do you bleed"?
Yeah. I think it's Brainiac.
Ooh.
You think Brainiac is in the movie?
Yeah.
That'd be interesting because it'd be different.
I think it might be. I mean, he might not be.
I guess we haven't talked. What did you think of the trailer?
Oh, yeah.
It's like, it could use some lights. It's odd considering, like, the visual style is odd considering what Man of Steel was. But I think it's like, now that Nolan's not involved, Zack Snyder's going back to Watchmen and 300.
It looks like The Dark Knight Rises. The Dark Knight Returns to me.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Totally
I have
aping
to
that book.
deal with that shit.
Which is funny because he even said back when he was making Watchmen, he said that was like the thing he really wanted to do. So, I mean, when he got Man of Steel, we all sort of knew that's where he was going to try to go.
Yeah, I think either Luthor or Bruce Wayne are going to be like the initial technology for creating Brainiac. I think that's what's going to. It'll be something that like introduces the second movie.
Yeah. Are you sort of in agreement that like that movie shouldn't all be them fighting? Like that them fighting should be the first act, and then like something else has got to be going on.
Yeah, I think I said it even before that trailer came out. It's like I think the movie is like Luthor and Bruce Wayne are on the same page of like, here's this threat to humanity. And, like, they each have different ways about going about handling that.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, by the middle of the movie, Batman's on this better path of, like, teaming up with Superman, so...
Yeah, I kind of feel that Luthor's going to manipulate both of them.
Yeah.
So they fight, so he's going to get them to fight so he can do whatever he wants to do in the movie. Hopefully it'll be more interesting than real estate, but we'll see.
It's interesting. Did you guys see that video where the guy took footage from the Man of Steel and then colorized it?
Yeah.
I wish that Man of Steel looked like that. I really do. Like especially at the end when he says that about like Superman should fly in blue skies, and you look at it and go, "Holy shit, he's right!" Like everything is just so desaturated. It is kind of ugly.
You know what you could do is just go to your TV settings and just up the saturation. You'll probably get that out of the movie.
I guess that's true. But that's not how I want. Then when I put like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia back on, everything will be blue. Anyway, so yeah.
That's
What
how
else?
I watch Ninja Turtles in black and white.
What else have we gotten since you were gone? Have you been here since the Star Wars trailer came out?
Yeah, I think I talked about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, I think I talked about it. I said it made me want to see Star Wars again.
Oh, yeah.
I think we
Okay.
said that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But no, there's no secret things to talk about.
Cool.
Oh, yeah, because I also said that people were saying the way Luke says my father had
Isn't
it.
that speech
Well,
though
you
from
Yeah,
Return
you
that
of the
said
goes
that,
Jedi?
you said that online. I don't know that we...
Huh?
Is that speech from Return of the Jedi? Am I
Yeah.
remembering it wrong? Okay.
He's talking to Leia
Right.
after
But
the party.
But it's clearly a re-recording of it because, like,
Yeah,
we don't
right,
even
yeah,
know that that dialogue is in the movie. In fact, it's probably not. Like, there's a good chance that that's just VO they did for the trailer. But anyway, seems cool.
Oh, and Daredevil. A lot of people are like complaining that he doesn't get his costume till the last episode of the first season.
Those are people who haven't watched the fucking show.
But I'm like, I actually like the preliminary costume as like the main costume. Like that's what I wish he'd stick with.
Me too.
Makes more sense to me.
Yep.
I mean, obviously the other one has more padding, but
Yeah, you haven't finished yet. They do a really good job of explaining why he puts on a suit.
yeah. But
Like,
what a lame
It stays really grounded.
yeah. Well, it's a lame gripe. That's annoying.
Oh yeah, no, it's a stupid fucking yeah.
yeah.
It's just
Like kudos to them for
comic.
drawing out an origin story across like 12 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
They need to put him in the yellow costume.
Chris,
And remember Daredevil.
So
issue 1
enemies
from
can see him easier?
1963.
he's blind. They should put him in a costume where it's like every piece is a
Like
different
tie-dye.
color.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's mix and match like polka dots, and
One sock is blue, one sock is
Yeah.
black.
that makes way more sense.
Actually, that would just be a colorblind Daredevil.
It looks like Crazy Quilt from Batman.
Oh, shoot.
I'm here to strike fear. You look hilarious. Are you a children's party clown?
The Fantastic Devil of Hell's Kitchen.
Oh, Fantastic Four looks cool.
Yeah.
Each new trailer makes me more interested in it.
You brought that up. Josh Trank is not doing the new Star Wars movie.
That's news.
Which one's Josh Trank?
He's doing the one after Rogue One.
He did Chronicle, and he's doing
Oh, that guy.
Fantastic
Oh,
Four.
yeah. Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
They kicked him. I was reading on the Hollywood Reporter it's because he pissed people off when he was making the Fantastic Four.
Really?
And the guy who's producing Fantastic Four is now part of Lucasfilm, and that's why he wasn't at Celebration. And this was on the Hollywood Reporter.
Wow.
And so I guess they were like pissed about. I don't know what he did on the set of Fantastic Four, but they made him not want them to work with him on Star Wars.
It's a hard sell, a Fantastic Four movie to me.
It is, but I mean,
so-
you should still not be an asshole.
Oh no! I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like so. It'll be interesting to see.
Oh, I get what you're
How that
saying.
movie
yeah.
is, yeah.
I loved how Doctor Doom looked.
Yeah, I mean it looks.
I still think he's a great villain. So if they can pull off Doctor Doom,
It looks good. I hope they have a story worth telling.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I can say.
yeah,
So.
we'll see.
And I think the stretching effect of Mr. Fantastic is still in question. Because it looks so hilarious in the originals. And
You see it for just a second, and I think it looks pretty good. I thought you were saying there was this whole like fiasco where in a quote somebody had said like, "Oh well, he doesn't really have stretching. Like he doesn't stretch," and they were like, fans were all up in arms, and they were like, they explained on the website like, no, his power is that he can manipulate gravitational fields or some shit around his body to stretch his body. Like basically, there is some weird scientific explanation for why he stretches, and it's not he stretches.
I hope that the CGI effect isn't just like rubber bandy. I hope it's like his muscles
I don't
actually like expand and stuff.
I don't think it's going to be his muscles expand, but I don't think it's going to quite look as cartoony and flat as it usually does. Right?
Yeah.
He usually
the
does
original
look
ones kind of look like Roger Rabbit.
right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And I don't think it's going to quite look like that, but I don't think they're making the power that his body grows.
That's the other thing is like his clothes can't possibly grow with. That's the thing I hope they explain.
Wait, hold on a second. The thing you want out of a Fantastic Four movie is that they explain.
Well, one
how
of the
his-
things.
So what they usually do is they just say that because like that their costumes are the costumes they were wearing when they got like whatever thing happens to them, so they have the same trait. That's usually what the excuse that they use. But I do think it's funny that like.
If they're going for a more grounded thing, like where they explain science,
I will.
like,
I'll tell you. In the comic books, it's because Reed Richards is a brilliant scientist.
Yeah.
And he developed a suit that had the ability and microfibers to stretch with him.
Yeah.
Okay, I get that, but I mean, in a movie where they have to represent it, I hope that it's not just
Reed
like
Richards is a
that.
brilliant scientist, and he has a suit.
I hope
No,
the plot,
I don't know how they do it either.
Okay, so I hope the arm has sectional rings that expand with the.
I hope
Yeah.
I hope the plot of the movie is that every time he uses a superpower, his clothes rip off, and it's awkward, and he has a hard time dating, and the whole movie is him just like not really being comfortable with who
Whatever.
he is.
Also, how did
And by the end,
Hulk's
he-
pants grow when he gets huge? I don't understand. And then they should like fall off when he shrinks again.
Dude, if I was Mr. Fantastic, I'd make my dork grow constantly. It'd be like fucking you from the other room.
Just splits him with.
What are you
visible
doing
woman
in the
half.
other room? Like,
Fucking.
why do you want to be in the other room so bad?
Because I can make my dick that big.
Just to show off.
Yep.
Uh,
And I'd be like, you like that? I said you like that.
oh, sheesh.
That's what I'd do if I was Mr. Fantastic.
200 episodes,
I'd be
ladies and
called Mr.
gentlemen.
Fantastic.
You just punch
But
villains.
I
like,
said
from
Mr.
your couch
Fantastic.
with your dick. You just sit there and just
So it'd be FANSDICK. Mr. Fantastic. Come on, guys.
Can we move on to what we've been watching?
So, yeah, this is the stuff we've been watching.
Sure.
That's gonna be a bonus short for season 2. Just sit on the couch playing video games. Like, hey, we need you to stop this, villain in Times Square. All right, I'm on it.
What the fuck?
Just got mushroom stamped.
Fucking head with a dick.
Yep, and I'm playing Mortal Kombat. What's up? Didn't have to leave the couch.
What'd you watch this week, Brad?
What did I watch this week? What I watched the last 2 weeks? I don't remember, so I'm not going to go into too much. I saw Twins.
Nice.
Never seen it before. It's long and boring and not funny. That's disappointing.
Yeah, it is. Arnold Schwarzenegger's big and Danny DeVito's small.
Okay.
And they're leaning against each other on the poster.
Yeah.
You think in 2.5 hours they'd have some jokes?
It's
about
2.5
it.
hours long.
Feels like it. I didn't even finish it.
I would bet it's not 2.5 hours long.
I got to the point where they find their mother in like the
Yeah, New Mexico.
yeah. And,
I know that movie.
You're a big fan of
it's like
twins.
somebody throw a pie.
You turned it off. The next scene is pie throwing.
Ah. So there's that. I watched Ex Machina.
Hey,
'cause I wasn't
okay.
here with you guys.
There's something to talk about. What'd you think of Ex Machina?
I thought it's a good movie. I didn't love it as much as you guys seem to have had, but it's definitely a good movie.
What did you like about it?
The special effects and the performances. Sorry.
What about when Oscar Isaac's dances and you're laughing but you're really uncomfortable?
I thought it was hilarious.
Oh man.
Like there's lots of good movies out there that I like. It's just this one wasn't like, oh my god, I have to see it again, or
Yeah.
like it's everyone should see it for sure. Definitely worth a watch.
Yeah.
Cool.
It raises some interesting questions, and that Jackson Pollock monologue was fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, like the special effects were great. The only effect I didn't like was when the Ava replaces her skin. Like it's really I assume that substance, that like it's some kind of foam substance that like reforms, because everything was like you'd peel it off and then it'd reattach all super perfect.
Well, no, if you see up close, it's got little seams in it. So like well, at least on the other women, like if there would be a close shot and you'd see there was like a little.
Oh, I was busy looking at tits. What was going on?
Yeah, I didn't see that at all.
Oh, well, I guess I wasn't looking at the tits.
I'm just kidding. I saw that part too.
I missed
it's
it.
It's not on all of them, and I guess like it does hide itself, I guess, pretty well. But every now and then,
my
there'd
projector
be a
is
shot.
pretty weak because I didn't.
When I went and saw, I actually had to go out and tell the guy to focus the fucking the screen at the beginning.
Really?
At the Mayan?
No, I went to Belmar.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you
Hey, asshole.
I said, hey, dude, it's blurry in there. Don't you guys have projectionists that check that?
like-
Oh, I'm sorry, sir.
That's like the room. You're just sitting there and yell, "Focus!"
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, and then the last thing I watched was The Prestige again.
That's a good movie.
That was a really good movie.
Yeah.
Josh Hartnett was supposed to be in that, and he's really depressed that he wasn't.
Yeah, he should regret that for the rest of his life.
He does.
Yeah.
I read an interview with him in Playboy, and he was talking about that Christopher Nolan wanted him to be in Batman. I don't know if he wanted him to be Batman, but he wanted to play a part. And then after that, Christopher Nolan didn't want him in any more of his movies after he turned him down.
Wow.
You're not talking about The Prestige, though,
was he-
right?
Yeah,
was he
because
busy?
he did Batman Begins, then The Prestige.
Yeah.
And so
okay.
He
yeah.
wanted him to be in,
If
like,
he'd
the
been
Dark
in
Knight.
so he
Batman
wanted to
Begins,
be
he
in
would have
Batman
been in-
Begins. And
But, because he probably would have been a good Harvey Dent.
yeah. And then he didn't do it, and then Christopher Nolan never asked him to be in another movie.
Huh. Interesting.
And he says, I regret that.
That's why Christopher Nolan only works with the same actors over and over
Yeah.
again.
That's the thing, man. You getting good with one director, Sam Raimi, Christopher Nolan,
Tim Burton.
Burton. I don't know. Is
Mary Tim Burton.
Helen Bonham Carter going to be in any of his new movies?
They're not married. They just have kids.
She wasn't in Big Eyes. I know that.
Yeah, they separated. So
Did they really?
yeah,
You know what's weird is like that movie is about a husband and wife artist team.
Mm-hmm.
Just feels meta. Watching that movie and then them splitting up.
so much to me.
Yeah. Yeah, Prestige is fantastic, and it's almost 10 years old now.
I know. Is that crazy?
Yeah.
I'm still seeing new stuff in it.
It takes
It's
place in
great.
Colorado.
Colorado
Yeah.
Springs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tesla's experiment.
That's a good movie. I should watch that again.
Even
should.
though you know the twist,
It's
still
so like
awesome.
underrated.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like it's incredible.
Yeah.
Like I said, I see new things each time, and just
Well, here's the thing, too.
They
How
each
many-
play like 3 parts in the movie.
Chris Nolan movies has Michael Caine been? I think he's been in every one since Batman Begins.
Yeah, he's just not in Memento and Following.
Yeah, he's in
Yeah.
every other one. See, getting the right director.
Is he in Insomnia?
Oh yeah, that's not in that either.
Yeah.
But that was before Batman Begins.
No, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Since Batman Begins, he's been.
Yeah.
Uh,
It's not as good as The Illusionist.
I'm
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
I was about to. I just let that seep in for a little bit.
I mean, I like The Illusionist, but it's not. Yeah, no, not even close.
Yeah, the special features. I think it's Christopher Priest wrote the novel The Prestige.
Mm-hmm.
They're talking about like how he's impressed that Christopher Nolan made the movie like a magic trick
Yeah.
and represented, the book. Yeah, it's good stuff. And yeah, like I was saying, Hugh Jackman and Christian Bale both play like 3 characters in the movie each.
Yeah, Hugh Jackman's really good in that movie.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's a good actor.
Yeah.
And then seeing like Scarlett Johansson, like she's almost waifish in that movie compared to like
Yeah,
what she's in Avengers. Yeah,
she's a good actress.
she was young back then.
Yeah. It was a long time ago. I was in college.
Yeah, 2006, 7. Wow, 6.
Yeah, I remember like when that movie came out, I was like one of like a couple people in the theater that morning, and then it doesn't take off.
Yeah. Cool. What else you
Who's
watch?
next?
Ryan, what are you watching?
I haven't watched too much. I rewatched The Waterboy this week. And, it's still fun.
All right.
Like I love Adam Sandler. I don't know why people hate him. I always have fun watching his movies. So fuck everybody else.
Yeah.
That's when he was at his peak with like Wedding Singer and Big Daddy.
Yep.
Did you see that whole story this week where a whole bunch of American
Yeah.
Indians walked off the set of his new
Who
movie?
cares? They should not be so sensitive.
And now they're coloring people to look like Indians.
Are they? Oh, like every other freaking movie.
Yeah, it's
mean, who
not. It's
cares?
not new. Like this is actually some of the weakest racism that exists in Hollywood right now. So
I know it just drives me crazy because it's one, you're in a comedy, and two, you read the script.
that's fair.
You can't.
I mean, we're
can't throw a
presuming
fit when you show up.
We're presuming that like no one was yelling like Redskin at them on set.
Yeah, okay, here's the thing.
When they weren't
what
rolling.
about Fisher Stevens and Short Circuit? What's worse?
That's pretty hardcore.
Mickey
I
Rooney and
agree.
Breakfast at Tiffany's. That's so bad.
Oh, my gosh.
That's the one thing he regrets doing in his whole career.
He should.
Yeah, I'm
It's
just
a
saying,
horrible role.
There's worse things out
It's
there.
a
It's like he showed up to
horrible-
a different movie.
Like literally, if I could cut that out of the movie, I would.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's you're in a comedy. Who cares?
Not that I'm a proponent for changing old movies,
But-
for my own enjoyment, I would
But here's
cut
the
that
thing
out.
too: is if you make a comedy, you can't be PC.
Yeah, I mean,
They're not even crossing a line, though.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, here's the thing: I don't know if the movie that we're gonna get is going to be a cobbler, or is it the fucking one where the deer pees in his mouth? Right? Like, I don't know what Adam Sandler I'm gonna get.
It sounds like one where Deer's gonna pee in his mouth.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I just think people are too sensitive.
No, yeah, I don't.
I mean,
disagree.
obviously, I don't have to deal with. We'll probably get hate mail about this, but I mean, I don't have to deal with
yeah,
it. so-
probably not.
But still, you have a sense of humor.
Yeah.
You know, relax. You read the script. If you didn't like it, then you shouldn't have signed up for it.
Very true.
Now you're just trying to make a stink about it because of whatever.
So you watched The Waterboy.
Yeah, The Waterboy is funny. Like it's just a cute movie. I mean, that movie's harmless. I still always get a kick about when Harry Winkler goes over to his house and he's talking to Kathy Bates about letting him play football, and he says, "You know, my mom didn't want me to get a Roy Orbison tattoo," and then he pulls down his pants and he has a Roy Orbison tattooed on his ass, and he says, "What Mama doesn't know doesn't hurt her," and I always thought that was really funny. I watched The Running Man, which is a Schwarzenegger film.
Cool.
And it's really funny and violent. It has one of my favorite Schwarzenegger lines. At the beginning of the movie, he is a cop, and if you don't remember, there's this war happening in 2017 about food famine in Los Angeles. And so Schwarzenegger's flying a helicopter, and there's unrest at Bakersfield, California. And all they want is food, and his CO, commanding officer, wants him to fire on a group of people, and he says, "No, they're just trying to get food. They're unarmed civilians. I'm not going to fire on them." And then he told him anyway, so then they throw him in prison, and they use the media to twist the story that he was the one who fired on him. And so he's put on this game show where it's basically the Hunger Games, before there was the Hunger Games. And anyways, before that, he's trying to get away to Hawaii with the girl from Predator 2, and he gets caught.
Wait, it's a sequel to Predator?
All right, it should be.
Okay,
There's a lot
cool.
of people from Predator in that movie, actually. Jesse Ventura, that chick from Predator 2.
That's awesome.
Anyways, so he's wearing this Hawaiian shirt, then he shows up, and then it's like an hour later in the movie, they're walking, and she says, "Oh, man, just think we could be in Hawaii right now." He says, "Yeah, we could be. I have the perfect shirt, but you fucked it up." It's funny. And if you like 80s Arnold movies, it's pretty good.
I haven't seen it in a long time. Is it intentionally funny?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. All right.
I mean, it's Schwarzenegger, so he has... I mean, there's
Yeah,
one part where they
right.
go from zone to zone, and there's this one ice hockey one, and the guy in it's named Sub-Zero, and, he kills him, and they're like, "What happened to Sub-Zero?" "We had to chill out," or something like that, and stuff like that.
Oh. I thought there was going to be some kind of fatality joke, like a Mortal Kombat
That would
reference.
have been sweet. And last thing I haven't watched too much this week, I watched Elektra for the first time.
Oh, my goodness. For the first time. Okay.
So the movie's cool when they don't talk about the story.
Yep.
Because it starts really weird. Like, it's like they made the movie and then they realized they needed a better beginning, because the beginning has Jason Isaacs, who is the bad guy in The Patriot and a bunch of other things,
Right.
talking about how Elektra's coming for him, and she's only letting him live long enough so he knows what it's like to be hunted. And it's this really cool stylized thing where she's like it's super bright red and she's killing all these assassins, and she gets to the end and then she throws a scythe through him and it sticks him and he dies. And then it cuts to her going to this island to kill people, and it's a dude and his daughter, because they are doing something with assassins. I don't even remember.
Yeah.
I just know that like the action is actually not that bad.
Yeah.
The story is horrible.
Yep.
And I mean, there's like really cool parts where she's at the end. She's super stylized and she's fighting in this mansion where the tablecloths are blowing all over the place, and she's fighting this dude who can move really fast, and she's throwing her size and she's stabbing people, and
Yeah.
so it's really cool. But then they fuck it up when they tell the story. So if you could just have like the 40 minutes of them fighting and made it not a feature-length film, I think you'd be all right.
It's interesting because I think like Jennifer Garner is not bad in it.
No?
It's that whoever wrote that wrote the most horrible comic book. Like it almost feels like a parody at times. Where
Yeah.
they're like using the names, Typhoid Mary, and like they really want you to know, hey, these are characters you're supposed to know if you're a big fan of Elektra. But the thing that the lesson they hadn't learned back then was most people aren't big fans of Elektra. So why don't you just tell a good story?
And I'll let you in
throw
on a
some
thing.
neat
Guess who
villains
the
in
producer of that film is?
there? Who?
Kevin Feige. So you learn and you make movies better.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
So hey, he felt
Because
too.
that movie's a piece of shit.
Uh,
I mean, it's not like
here when you compare it to other Marvel movies, yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. I'm really torn. Like I said, the action's really good in it. It really
Yeah.
is.
But would you ever watch? Would you watch it again intentionally?
I almost want to listen to the commentary on it. I almost want to.
Yeah, I mean that's a little bit. I mean like if you came home from work one day
No.
and you're like, oh man, I need to relax.
No.
Let me throw in a fun movie.
No.
Like even a dumb movie. Like
Yeah.
you're not gonna watch Elektra.
I mean, it's so bad. It's one of those movies that we have a Tradesmart here that I wait till I can find. Like, I've been going there and when the movies are $5.99, I'm like, okay, I'll get another one. And I hope that one. I always say that one's the $1 one.
Yeah.
Because that's all I'd want to pay for it. So
like Avatar.
yeah. Sure. I'd pay more money for Avatar. I'd pay like $1.50.
Yeah. I only paid $1.
Yeah, exactly.
Mostly for the case too.
Yeah, the case is sweet.
Yeah.
What'd you watch this week, James?
That's funny. Like none of us really watched. Well, I mean, except for Ex Machina, none of us really watched anything new. I'm really close to finishing House of Cards, so I'll probably talk about that next week. And I watched some Key and Peele because that's all on Amazon Prime, and that's pretty good. It's funny, but the one thing that I watched today because I was feeling rather nostalgic because we were going to do our 200th episode, and I was like, man, you know what I should do? So I should go back and watch some Super 8 because that was the first movie that we reviewed. Sort of. It's really technically X-Men First Class is the first, but the first episode is Super 8.
Brad's favorite X-Men movie.
Right.
I had to be reminded that you hated that movie. I didn't even remember that.
Oh yeah, no,
I didn't
like
hate it. I just thought it was squandered potential.
it was like the first controversy of Real Nerds podcast was like
Yeah.
for 3 episodes in a row we would talk about like this argument.
How Brad was wrong.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
Yeah. I remember like sitting in my mom's office at my parents' house, like you and me talking about, I think Brad wasn't there or something like that. And you and me talking about Brad still not liking X-Men. Yeah, that went on for a long time. Anyway.
And they got my message because
They fixed it in
Yeah.
first class.
You're very right.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? Honestly, what I was sort of thinking about is I almost want to go out on a ledge and say that it might be my favorite of all of the movies that we have reviewed, which is too bad because it means that we picked
Was it
really
was
early.
it your number one movie from that year?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Was it? I don't remember.
Yeah. But just what, man, when Michael Giacchino's score picks up, like it's pre-credits, his score starts to play, and I was just like, oh shit, this movie's amazing. It's still so good. Like it is a movie that is just solidly climbing its way up my chart of like
I haven't seen it in a while. I should
favorite
watch it again.
movies. Man, remember how amazing Elle Fanning is?
Yeah.
And there are things I was watching this time where I was like, oh man, I don't know that I realized that, or I don't know that I realized that like he was doing like there are things that he does intentionally in the way he tells that story that I was just like, you know, that's really clever.
Yeah, I'm not going to go to sleep tonight. Now I'm going to watch that movie.
Yeah, it's really freaking good, man.
Target
It's
has a really
solid
cool
film.
steel case for that.
No shit.
Yeah.
A metal pack.
Yeah, it's a metal pack. Is it metal pack?
Yeah, it doesn't have the good spine.
Oh,
Because they have like the Indiana Jones movies like that too,
Yeah.
and War of the Worlds.
oh really?
I was really excited, and I flipped the spine over. I was like, "Oh, it's a metal pack." So it's
It's funny because
Looks weird.
Speaking of that, they're releasing a new version of Mad Max this week. That is a pretty cool cover. It's
not Scream Factory.
It's not a cover. Oh, is it really?
Yeah, the Mad Max Collector's Edition.
Oh no, shit.
Yeah, they ported over all the old special features and have like another 2 hours of documentaries.
Shit. So now I am gonna actually replace my Mad Max.
You should replace it.
Shit. Now I'm just gonna end up with this stupid tin.
Put candy in it.
No, because it's as thick as a Blu-ray kit.
No, leave it open on your coffee table and just like,
oh, okay. That's
like an
might
Altoids
work.
tray.
Yeah, it would have to be like Altoids or like candy corns.
Yeah.
I'm there. You had me at candy corn.
I'll just put them. I'll mix them both together, like Altoids.
That'd be horrible.
Free condoms too. Throw that in there.
Oh man, his wife used to do that. She used to keep like a whole bowl of free condoms in her room
This
in
is candle
college.
gluing here, filled with
Yeah,
condoms.
right? Yeah.
Classy.
Oh man. Anyway, shit, I'm gonna totally replace that case now. But yeah, so Super 8 is amazing. Like really, as I watched through it, I was just like, this really is maybe my favorite film that we've reviewed. Like I'm having a hard time thinking of another one, especially as like a real review, like a full review that we did. Like remembering sitting on that couch at my parents' house and reviewing that episode. I mean, it was our second review, so I bet that review is pretty like pointless. It's probably a lot of us going, man, this movie's really good.
We could always make a new segment, re-review.
Well, review.
Review.
Re-view.
Oh, there we go.
Be
Yeah.
its own podcast. Review.
There we go.
That's not a bad idea. Anyway, so if you haven't seen that movie because you're like, living underground, go see that movie.
Before I picked out The Prestige, I was eyeing that movie.
Were you really?
Yeah.
Oh man,
I was like, God, I haven't seen that in a while.
Ah, you
Because
should-
I was
you
thinking the
should
same
watch
thing lately.
You should watch it. It's really good.
But then it just reminded me I got to see War of the Worlds again. So.
And then I'm like, I really don't like Kyle Chandler, so fuck it. Just kidding.
Beat you to death with this mic, sir. Hey, clear eyes, full hearts. Can't lose.
It also makes me think like Super 8, Ghost Protocol, and goddamn, I just had it in my head. Star Trek. Like, who would have thought he would be directing a Star Wars movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's a good guy.
Well, it's
Talented
funny. I
man.
mean, it's funny because, of course, when he did Star Trek, he said he did it because he knew he would never get to make a Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
Ha!
Never say never.
Never say never.
Also, are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
The Majestic. I forgot. I watched The Majestic again.
Oh. Does that hold up? I haven't seen it in so long.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. I've been holding out because like the DVD came in that snap case.
Yeah.
It's like, well, someday they're gonna re-release it on DVD. It's like a special edition, hopefully, because it's Frank Darabont movie, Shawshank's Beloved. That never happened, and now it finally came out on Blu-ray, and yeah, it's good. It's about as good as I remember. It's not great. But
Yeah, I haven't seen it in so long. I know Bruce Campbell's in it.
yeah, that's like one of the best parts. Is like Bruce Campbell's in that fake like Raiders: The Lost Ark movie, and they have as a special feature on the disc like just that movie. Like,
Do they really?
Yeah. So you can just watch them. I mean, it's not
Hey, does that-
100 minutes, but
Maybe that qualifies for my horrible attempt to try and watch a lot of movies like that. I don't know if you listened to last week's or the week before, technically.
well, last week's I probably couldn't hear it because it was like
Only a little bit at the beginning.
40 minutes, man.
Yeah, I know. So the I've ordered a whole bunch of again, not even a whole bunch. Every one that I can find that is a like
Serial.
yeah, some kind of a like Indiana Jones ripoff kind of movie. It's two
Oh,
movies.
because the Chuck Norris thing.
Yeah, it's two movies. I've only found two. I'm so
I
disappointed.
told you about King Solomon's Mine.
Yeah, that's one of them.
Oh, okay, you found it. Right on.
Yeah, King Solomon's Mine and The Long Road to China. And then I'll probably get Blu-rays of Romancing the Stone and Jewel of the Nile.
You can get them together for
But I've seen
$7.99
those.
at Target.
Yeah,
Sahara.
that totally counts.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good movie.
The
but-
Mummy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Mummy Returns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tomb of the Dragon.
What I really
Emperor.
want though is like really cheesy like 80s ripoff movies. What I want is fucking Firewalker, which I now
There's,
own.
I seen the cover of something called Alan Quartermain.
That's the
Yeah.
That's the King
The
Solomon's
King Solomon's Mine. Alan
First
Quarter. It's
one,
called
yeah.
Alan Quartermain and King Solomon's Mine or something like that.
Yeah.
Dude, you gotta watch the League of Extraordinary
fuck
Gentlemen
you.
here.
I am
You
not
totally-
watching that.
I can lend you. I bet I still have my DVD copy of it because
If you haven't, I'll watch it. I'm not going to spend money on that piece of shit.
That is not the worst
It's pretty close.
comic book movie ever
It's
made.
pretty close. If you think about the people that are in the movie, it's pretty close.
I do kind of want to watch it just out of the morbid curiosity of. Yeah.
No.
I
This
remember
is
being
my
like-
last movie.
Ho, ho, ho.
Wasn't like
Actually,
Dr.
there's
Jekyll like an early Hulk? Oh, you gotta watch.
Yeah.
Just Hulk.
Yeah.
I know. I was at Tradesmart and it was $7. I'm like, fuck. I'll wait on this one.
There's some YouTube thing. It's like the most boring superhero movie ever created. Yeah. So the Majestic. I like the part about making the movie theater. The whole like communism, McCarthy thing feels like stitched on. While important, seems
Yeah.
stitched to the movie.
Yes, it does.
I wish it was
Yeah.
just about them not. Everyone in town thinking that guy's who he's not, and
Yeah.
rebuilding the theater.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's Frank Darabont's Lawrence of Arabia. The first half is really good, and then the second half is stitched
Okay.
on.
I was like, where are you going with this?
Yeah. League of Extraordinary Gentlemen is not the worst comic book movie.
I think that and Catwoman's pretty close.
Okay, no, all right. Catwoman is definitely worse.
Have you
than
seen Catwoman?
Yeah.
Now I have to watch them both to see which worse.
Quick, you have
Yeah.
a gun to your head. The original Punisher, Catwoman, or the League of Extraordinary
The
Gentlemen?
original Punisher.
Oh yeah, no,
They
absolutely.
like how I didn't even take time. I was like,
Oh
done.
yeah, no. The original Punisher is a fun movie.
No, he's talking about the Dolph Lundgren one.
Yeah.
Oh, that one. I've
Yeah.
never seen that one.
He goes through a sewer.
Okay. League of Extraordinary Gentlemen is
Lou
is
Gossett
pretty
Jr.
fun.
is in it.
Yep.
It's a dumb movie, but there's some fun ideas in that movie. I am gonna buy League of Extraordinary Gentlemen now just so I can like.
Yeah, then I'll borrow it. I'm not. I don't
Yeah.
know if I want to spend money on it.
LXG,
Son of a bitch.
as it was referred to on
that's
posters.
That's totally how. Yep, I remember.
Sean Connery stopped doing movies because of it.
Alan Moore hates Hollywood because of it.
Well, he actually only did it because of The Matrix, like because it was. He read the script. He read the script to The Matrix because
That's
he was
not the Wachowskis, though, is it?
No. So he was offered a role in The Matrix, which he turned down because he was like, I don't understand this. And then he got the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen script and went, I still don't understand this, but this time I'll do it because I regret not doing The Matrix. So, which a number of people did stuff like that. Because Will Smith has one too, but I can't remember which movie it is. Because he turned down The Matrix as well, and then it was The Matrix. So there are a bunch of people who have like stories about, you know, getting into situations where they shouldn't have because they regretted having not turned down The Matrix. And I know for a fact that League of Extraordinary Gentlemen is one of those.
Cool. So I guess we do comic book.
Yeah.
Oh, snap, guys. I can't believe you guys have not... I've been telling you for 6 months to read Endgame.
Can I interrupt you for just
Yep.
a second? At this point, I have typed in all of League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, and IMDb refuses to autofill. Like, you know how they've got the drop down where the won't do it. Refuses to pull up League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. And I didn't spell anything wrong. I just want to point that out. Whoever built IMDb specifically built it to not pull up the League of Extraordinary. All right. Anyway, sorry. So,
Sorry, I'm
Endgame.
looking up who directed the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Stephen Norrington.
And that was his last movie directing anything.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, he did 4, including Blade.
It's got a cool twist where when they reveal who the villain is.
You have to
really?
watch Blade movies.
Yeah. Do you remember who
I don't
the
mind the
villain?
Blade ones.
Do you remember who the villain in League of Extraordinary
Nope.
Gentlemen is? It's a neat twist.
Tom Sawyer, I don't give a shit.
Moriarty.
No, Tom Sawyer's. God damn it.
What's up, nerds? It's the Comics Corner. Anyways, I've been telling you guys for 6 months you guys should read Endgame. It's the Batman Joker story.
Yeah.
in this, they have the final showdown between Joker and Batman. And in the issues leading up to it, the Joker has unleashed a poison that's turning the city of Gotham into basically Joker zombies. And Batman has enlisted the help of his greatest villains, Clayface, Bane, Poison Ivy, to help them take down the Joker. And he does in this one. And the overarching part of this story is that the Joker might actually be immortal, that he's shown up in pictures from Gotham from 150 years ago. He's been killing people from a long time ago. In the previous issue, he chopped Alfred's hand off. The Joker's gone crazy because he's so mad at the Batman for rejecting him at the end of Death of the Family that he's now just going to kill Batman. And he's always one step ahead of Batman, or so he thinks. So in the issue, Batman and all Robin, Nightwing, all those villains attack the Joker, and Batman gets up to Joker he's basically in a parade, like the 89 Batman. And Batman gets up there, and the Joker thinks he bests him, and he pulls off the mask, and it's actually Dick Grayson. So Batman found out Joker's secret, which is, it's not a Lazarus pit, but it's basically a pool that heals the Joker. So he would go into it, and he'd heal, and he'd come back. But it's also doesn't really answer the question if the Joker is immortal, if he's been around forever. It kind of, because the story also plays on it that he's been lying. You don't know if he's telling the truth or lying, obviously. And the Joker and the Batman have maybe the greatest fight they've ever had at the end. It's like bloody. There's a part where the Joker jumps behind Batman and carves a smiley face in his back with a knife.
Sheesh.
And do you guys want me to spoil it for you?
Sure.
It's a huge, huge spoiler.
Sure.
Okay.
Or don't.
Do you not want me to?
Yeah, I'm probably not going to get to it for a while.
Both Batman and the Joker die at the end.
What?
Yeah. If you look at the...
Didn't Batman just die like 2
If you
years
look
ago?
at the Divergent, if you see it on there, it's Batman's a robot.
Oh, that's why, what's his name? Commissioner Gordon's going to be Batman. That explains it.
Yeah, because it's so awesome because they're fighting, and the Joker carves a smiley face in Batman's back, and the Joker's taunting him, saying, "You're not going to do anything." And then the Batman hits this column that hits the Joker in the back, and it breaks his back, and the Batman's bleeding out, and the lady who's helping him says, "Bruce, you got to get out of there." He's like, "No, I'm just going to stay down here with my friend." And then the whole thing collapses on him. So they might not be dead, but they might be dead. But they both die together. It's pretty amazing. It's an amazing 6-issue arc. And if someone had the balls to tell a story, that's how I'd want a superhero to go out. Take out your greatest enemy, sacrifice, and then have a robot Batman show up, I guess. I mean, Bruce Wayne's going to be back, but, in time for Batman, Superman.
He literally did just die like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it's a great story.
Cool.
In the most confusing Grant Morrison
Yeah.
run ever.
Yeah, it's not Grant Morrison, so it's Scott Snyder who tells it. I mean,
Yeah.
it's straight, so.
Cool.
And, I mean, there's also great moments when they're fighting where Batman's having an inner monologue, and he said, he seems faster, he seems quicker and stronger. And then the Joker says, "You seem surprised that you think I've been training this all the time, or do you think I was just holding back waiting to kill you?" And so the Joker is lying throughout this whole arc, so you don't know what to believe or not. So it's great. I think he has a line, I think it's in the A Killing Joke, where he says, "My origin always changes depending on the mood I'm in."
Yeah.
So you never really know what's true or not with the Joker.
That's cool.
So yeah, you should definitely pick it. Well, I don't know if you can find it anymore. Andrew told me he got like 40 calls for that issue when I went there, and I was there at like 10:30 in the morning. So he was, they open at 10. And as I was getting ready to just look at other comics, he's like, "Hey man, make sure you take that Batman issue with you," because a lot of people were like looking for it. And he has something, I don't know, 50 something people have Batman. I don't know, I'm guesstimating. I can't remember what he told me. So he has those issues. He ordered an additional like 20 or something. So he said, "I'm going to sell out of this super fast." People fighting for that Batman issue.
Sure is in my whole slot. I'm all good.
Yeah. So you're good. You should definitely read the Endgame. It's amazing. Cool. This week, the summer movies kicked off with Avengers: Age of Ultron. Brad, should people go see Avengers: Age of Ultron?
Are they going to see it anyway?
Yeah. Okay, Brad, did you like Avengers: Age of Ultron?
I did. I thought it was okay.
Okay. James, did you like Avengers: Age of Ultron?
Yeah, I mean, I think people should, of course, go see it. I'm glad I got to see it a second time before we review it, because I feel differently now than I did after the first one. So,
yeah, I think the movie is pretty fun.
Yeah.
It was pretty awesome. And every time Captain America spoke, I listened and was happy.
yeah.
Here's a trailer for Marvel's The Avengers: Age of Ultron.
I was designed to save the world. People would look to the sky and see hope. I'll take that from them first. There's only one path to peace. Their extinction.
Tried to create a suit of armor around the world. But I created something terrible.
Artificial intelligence.
It's called the Ultron program.
I'm sick of watching people pay for our mistakes.
Isn't why we fight so we can end the fight and go home?
Well, you amazingly failed.
Here we all are, with nothing but our wit and our will to save the world. So stand and fight.
No way we all get through this.
I got no plans tomorrow night.
I'm always picking up after you boys.
We can tear them apart. From the inside.
That's the best you can do!
You had to ask.
Disney's Marvel's The Avengers:
Yeah.
Age of Ultron.
It's so cool. I love when movies just drop you right into the middle of what's going on.
Yeah.
You know, it's literally they drop you into a huge action scene.
Right. And the action scene where they sort of do the thing that you're expecting them to do, because they do it in the last movie, where it's like one huge long single shot that goes between all the heroes, and then you get your big hero shot where they all jump into, like, you just start with like your showstopper. Yeah, it's awesome. It's a really good scene.
Yeah,
and the first line of dialogue is shit.
Yeah, language, and then it's a running joke throughout the whole movie.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, so in it, I mean, everybody pretty much knows the story. The Avengers are trying to stamp out Hydra because Hydra's infiltrated S.H.I.E.L.D., and along the way, Tony Stark decides that he's going to harness the power from Loki's staff, and the jewel in it actually contains an Infinity Stone, and they're going to try to make artificial intelligence, and by doing that, they accidentally, him and Dr. Banner, unleash Ultron.
And then they spend the rest of the movie doing a Turing test on Ultron to see whether or not he's convincing.
Yes.
And then he puts on skin.
Yes. Wait, wrong
and becomes
movie.
the Vision.
Same movie.
Okay, all right.
So yeah, that's the straight as it gets.
And then they fight.
Really cool.
Yeah. Ultron's really good.
He is.
I don't love. He's not the most amazing, like, villain that there has been in a Marvel movie, but I think he's really entertaining. Like Spader, the way that Spader does that voice, and the little, like, one-off, like, manic moments are really interesting. You know, because he is supposed to. They talk about him like he's supposed to be this great intelligence, and he's this superhuman robot thing that should be super smart, and then, like, he just has these mental breaks where you just all of a sudden you don't know how to read that character, and it's really unnerving and smart. Like I really like it.
Yeah, I mean, you'll talk to a lot of comic book people that say Ultron is the Avengers' greatest villain.
Okay.
Because he's just, I mean, they touch on it in the movie. He can upload himself to anywhere.
Right.
You know, even though at the end of the movie, technically he's killed.
Yeah.
I mean, probably not. I mean, he can still.
Well, I mean,
Well,
they say that the Vision cuts him off from the internet.
They do.
So,
but
who knows? But yeah, you can always bring him back.
You can always bring him back.
Yeah, you find a way.
He's, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he can go anywhere. But yeah, I mean, the movie looks spectacular. It's shot really well.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah. So it has, for me, and the reason I said what I said was that it's got like 30 minutes on the cutting room floor, and I feel like I can feel it. Because when the first time I saw it, I was like, man, this has some pacing issues. Like, it's just, there's so much stuff that it loses momentum and then builds momentum, and like I didn't feel super into it the whole time. And then when we saw it this morning, I was like, oh, okay, cool. Now I'm just having fun. Like, and sometimes that happens especially with movies like this that have a whole lot of hype and expectation on them. I have that same sort of feeling where I feel like I'm almost distracted because I'm either analyzing it or trying to think of like what's going to happen next, or like how can they top this thing, or how does this fit into this, especially when it's a part of a series. My brain tends to go to a place of like, how does this fit into the greater series, right? Mm-hmm. I get distracted by lines when Thor says things like, they found 4 Infinity Gems in the last 2 years, and I'm going, how do you know about the 4th one? You weren't in Guardians of the Galaxy. How do you? And that just happened theoretically. And then I'm sure that I'm missing like good jokes, the first time I see the movie. So seeing it the second time, I was like, oh, this is really like there were a lot of like one-liners and little jokes and things that I genuinely enjoyed a lot more the second time, because the first time it's not even just distracted, but like just trying to follow everything and keep up with all the stuff that's going on with this movie.
I don't know if I don't struggle with that because I'm a Marvel fan, such a big Marvel fan.
Yeah.
That stuff I always, like, I can remember, and it, like, all those beats hit with me. I think the movie is really well done, and I think I just always have fun watching them. I think why Joss Whedon's so great for these movies is he does spend the right amount of time on each character, which is always really hard when you have a movie like this.
Yeah. Because
when you're counting, 16, I think, Avengers I can count in that.
Yeah.
So, it's great. And you see, War Machine or Rhodes at the beginning, and, oh, yeah, it's cool that they got him in. And then to have him kind of pop up at the end just to have a little moment is really cool. And that's what I think Avengers movie is to me.
Yeah.
Brad, you said you thought it was okay, so.
Yeah, well, I didn't have as much fun as I did the first movie with it. Probably because not being as knowledgeable about the Marvel Universe, I was trying a little harder to follow what was going on. But also, like, one of the things I loved about the first movie was that, I'm not as much a fan of Joss Whedon's writing as everyone else. And I felt like the first movie I didn't feel like it was a Joss Whedon written movie. And this one was blatantly like, it went back to what I hate about his writing is that it seems like every line has to be a witty, snappy remark. And it's just like, it felt like every line in the movie was just like over and over again, just like something clever. It's like someone was saying something clever.
Yeah, God damn it for writing lines that are so clever.
I mean, yeah, but
I
space out with more like natural, yeah.
No, I mean, when I read reviews about this movie, the people that don't like it say the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Where it's,
it feels like everyone's the same character.
You have to embrace the Joss Whedon
that
thing.
way.
I mean, I don't think everyone's the same character, but I mean, if you don't like Joss Whedon, I can see how the movie is a tougher sell for people.
Yeah.
I mean, I've watched 600 episodes of Joss Whedon stuff.
Yeah.
And I've always enjoyed him. But yeah, I mean, I think that's a common complaint.
Yeah.
It's funny because I almost feel the opposite way, where I felt like I didn't have quite as much of a So I guess there's as much snappy dialogue, but there's not as much snappy dialogue sessions, if that makes sense. Like, there's characters who say like one-liners and things like that, But in the first one, you have these really amazing scenes where you get all those characters together and they're firing things back and forth, and you've got like it's just the whole scene is just characters talking and a lot of characters talking and following that dialogue to me, which those dinner table sequences, those are the things that I really think of as defining Joss Whedon moments, and there are a few of those here.
I think it's on purpose though, because I mean, people can disagree with me, but they're trying to also set up Civil War, where you have to have people not agreeing fundamentally with what they're doing.
Right.
And
that's the other thing I felt was really obvious about the movie is it felt like just this bridge to something else.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they have to, because they're making, like, this is the end of Phase 2. Ant-Man is the first movie in Phase 3. So they have to find a way to end it and also bridge yourself to it, to the next one, which is technically Civil War because Ant-Man's not even connected to it.
Yeah, I mean, the truth is, if you look at a lot of what is between now and the next Avengers movie, there's really only Civil War, Thor, and maybe Spider-Man that are really, like, well, and Guardians of the Galaxy, they're really going to be connected, but, like, well, technically Inhumans is after, but Black Panther, Ant-Man, they're not really going to be that connected to what's going on.
Because, I mean, with the
I guess
Infinity...
Captain Marvel will, I would think.
But, I mean, yeah, because the Infinity War is going to have to bring in the Guardians.
Yeah,
because that's their... Guardians of the Galaxy, that's what they do. It's in their name. Yeah, and...
They have a character who is fated to kill Thanos. Like, that has... Yeah.
I hope it isn't going to play out that way, though. I'm not a big fan of Drax.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, but... Yeah, it's... Yeah, but, you know, you have to have that riff because, I mean, that's why I mean, I love the scene where they're building the Vision, Banner and Stark, because Captain America is so fundamentally against it.
Yeah.
And because it is interesting when you think about it, because, you know, Civil War is... It starts because of the superhero registration, but in this Avengers world, everybody knows who the Avengers are. So... I mean, who's the biggest secret is Spider-Man?
Yeah, it is kind of why you need to go get Spider-Man and Daredevil and a couple other guys.
And that's why they're going to be on Tony Stark's side. And that's why I think Tony Stark left on his own, is because when it's clever, as they call it the New Avengers, because they have a New Avengers comic. So, you know, Captain America and Black Widow, that's their team. And so Tony Stark is going to have his own team who believe that superheroes should reveal themselves. And I mean, Steve Rogers doesn't believe that, even though everybody already knows who Steve Rogers is.
Right.
But, I mean, back to this movie, I love the scene where Rogers is fighting Ultron on top of the tractor trailer. I don't know, I love the character of Captain America in these movies.
Yeah.
And Chris Evans does such a great job. You just love him.
Yeah, he's got every line of dialogue he has is... I don't even think that it's, like, snappy, witty dialogue. I think he has some really profound, cool lines in this movie that are just well written. Little bit, you know. There's the line about, you know, every time that you try to stop a war before it starts, people die.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he has so much like wisdom coming out of that character that I have a hard time not loving every time he's talking. And then he takes a whole chunk of wood and rips it in half. And you realize that motherfucker doesn't even need an axe.
And that's what's great, too, is because they also set up Tony Stark as kind of a villain. You know, where he doesn't make the best choices, and his arrogance gets in his way. And, I mean, it happens in Civil War. I mean, his arrogance gets in the way, and Spider-Man switches sides.
It's interesting because that actually gets at one of the things I struggle with on this movie, is that I do feel like they ignore the inconvenient things that the other Marvel movies set up. Right? There is no even lip service paid to the fact that Iron Man 3 ends with him saying, "I'm not going to be Iron Man anymore," and they don't even give a shit in this movie.
Yeah.
And I struggle with that. I really do.
Well, because but you're also forgetting at the end of Iron Man 3, he takes a suit with him.
He does?
Yeah.
When? I don't remember that at all.
You don't remember that? He drives away with it in the convertible.
Where?
At the end of the movie.
Well, I'm gonna go watch it, but I don't remember that.
I can put it in the back seat or in the trunk.
Yeah,
it's
like
riding with him.
I missed that.
I don't remember that.
You guys need to watch Iron Man 3 again.
Okay, but I feel like that is against everything he was saying in the dialogue at the end of Iron Man 3.
Well, that's why he has the team of Iron Man too.
Yeah, but that's my point, is that I feel like Iron Man 3 ends with him sort of saying, like, I can be a superhero without, like, Iron Man and Tony Stark are not the same person.
But then he realizes that he can't do that right away because they have to stamp out Hydra after the events of Captain America Winter Soldier.
But that's my problem, is that we don't see him.
I don't have to be that explained to me. I can figure it out on my own.
Yeah, it would have been nice if they had said
good
something.
News. I already read that the Avengers Blu-ray is going to be the extended cut.
That's what I want. Because I do feel like there is stuff in this movie, or there's stuff that's not in this movie that's probably really good stuff.
Loki's in it.
Yes.
There's like two other weird things. Is like when Thor goes to find Dr. Selvig, and then they just go to this underground pool.
Yeah.
And then
Thor
has like a dream sequence.
There's a whole lot of that plot that's not there.
And then he just goes to like discuss the Vision, like a huge exposition. It felt like there was something huge missing, and then
there is.
Going back to like them disregarding things, like after Winter Soldier, you feel like Nick Fury is like off and there's no more Shield, and then in this movie, like, yeah, we've got the helicarrier, I'm back.
Yeah, but that at least he does say, like, hey, we dusted this off. They're not. Well, that I did. As watching this movie, I was like, man, he should just be in sunglasses. Like at least give us that.
Yeah.
Because especially when you've got Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. on TV, where they are very much in a world where S.H.I.E.L.D. does not exist and is very evil, right? Like, at least they do have Baron What's-His-Face say, well, no, I work for S.H.I.E.L.D., I don't work for Hydra. And you're like, oh, right, yeah, oh, man, this world is way more fucked up than it seems, in just the movies. But, yeah, there are just some things where it's a problem just because the universe is now getting so large that it's going to be very difficult for them to actually keep up all these things, which, I mean, it's true in comics, too. So it's not,
Also, I think that farmhouse is the farmhouse from Nowhere to Run. I swear. I think it's the same like landscape. And
I know they use the house from Friday the 13th Part 4 in tons of movies.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Also, I like Ultron's plan, like cutting a chunk of the Earth out and then slamming it back into itself to create an extinction event. Like, and the fact that they don't really, like, you don't really, like, it's a mystery. You actually have to get to the end to figure out what's actually going to happen.
And he leaves those little Easter eggs
like a lot of
along
movies
the way.
tell you right up front, and then they just have to solve it. But
And he has that line. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to tell you my master plan." And
then
he just starts kicking ass.
I'm really glad you asked because I wanted to take the time to explain my evil plan to you. Yeah.
I thought the Scarlet Witch was really cool in it.
Oh, she's so awesome. Man, when she gets all mad and screams and falls on her knees and everything explodes around her, I was like, oh.
Yeah. And killing off a character. That was...
Yeah.
Yeah.
They even say, like, didn't see that coming.
Yeah, but... Well, I didn't want that actor to show up in more movies, so I'm fine with it.
No, I mean, I don't care about the actor, but... I actually thought it was going to be the Joss Whedon when I was watching it. And, Hawkeye went home and he has this wife and family. I'm like, oh, Joss Whedon's going to kill Hawkeye. He's going to fucking do it.
So here's the thing. I was really afraid he was because I was like, dude, you're telegraphing it too much. We all see this one coming. You can't do that one. So I think that's honestly what it was. I think he
did it on purpose.
I think he wrote all that stuff in to mislead us. Which I'm cool with because I also think it's really good. Like adding in all that stuff because Hawkeye is a character that has been, I mean, I said it
underserved.
Like I said it in Avengers. Like I think that the Avengers is really about Black Widow. This movie is very much about Hawkeye because he also gets maybe the best speech in the movie.
Oh yeah.
Like when he's in that room with Wanda and is telling her like, look, you can stay here. That's fine, but I got shit to do. So either stay here, but if you leave, you become an Avenger. And that's like it calls back to when we were talking about. Best movies of 90 whatever best movies of 2005 and I was talking about that line in Kingdom of Heaven where he says does making a man a knight really make him a better soldier. I was like, oh shit, like that's how that felt in that moment, was like, yeah, if you walk outside you become an Avenger and that makes you a better person. Like, it's just so cool. And she's awesome. Yeah, I want more Elizabeth Olsen in Marvel movies.
Yeah, they had like great shots of her leaning over and her like boobs hanging out.
Damn it.
I love that about her. She's like totally down to show nudity. Even when it's like her dad having sex with her in a movie.
That movie is horrible.
Yep. Remember that movie? What's that movie called? Old Boy?
Old Boy.
Yeah.
Did you even see that with us? I don't think you saw that with us.
Yeah, I saw it.
You did.
Oh, okay. Man.
That movie made like $2 million.
Seen both versions.
Yeah. The hammer fight's cool. In the original. Anyway. Yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I'll see it again.
Yeah. The stinger could be cooler. Which is weird because...
You know what's messed up is the lady who introduced the movie said, like, don't stay after credits because there's nothing.
No, okay. So, all right. So, I'm genuinely kind of pissed about this.
I understand she meant the very, very end, but, like, people, like, the theater cleared out, and I was sitting there, like, checking on my phone, and like, oh, there is a post-credits thing. Sweet.
Oh, so that's
suckers.
That's a different thing than the experience I had. So, when I went on Friday night, and the waitress for the row behind me, as she was walking through, she was telling everybody, like, hey, so there's a mid-credit sequence, but there's nothing at the end. So you don't have to stay through the whole credits. Like, you can go ahead and leave. But, you know, you don't want to stay through the mid one, but there's no reason to stay through the rest of the credits. And, like, she was really, like, spelling out, like, it felt like she was encouraging people to get up and leave. Like, hey, don't, I got to clean the, it felt like she was basically saying, like, I need to clean the theater, so I need you to get out when the credits roll. And then, when we saw it today, as they were,
that was
like,
weird.
Yeah, like we were sitting there watching the credits, and somebody even said, like, "Hey, you guys know that there's nothing at the end, right?" And I was like, "Seriously? Like, okay, I like watching the credits." Oh no, because then the sound cut off in ours as well.
Well, also too, our
which I think
waitress
was just-
came by and like talked to us in the movie. He's like, "Do you need anything else?"
Oh yeah, no,
we know how the Alamo works. We can put up a sign.
Yeah,
that was weird.
That was really bad, and I almost told her afterwards. Like, I wanted to find her and go, like, "Do not do that. Like, do not do that." But like, I like watching the credits of a movie.
Yeah,
like it's weird that it has turned into this thing where now people are going like, "Oh, you don't need to stay." Like, just so you know, like, if you got better shit to do than be respectful to the people who worked for years of their lives to entertain you for the last 2 hours, then by all means get outside.
Like, you sat here for 2 hours, you can't sit for another 5 minutes?
Yeah, like listen to the music and talk with your friends about what you liked and what you didn't like, and like look at how many people worked so hard. And I will admit that, like, having, you know, Robert Downey Jr.'s driver credited in the credits is maybe a little bit overkill, but whatever. Like, you know,
he's probably in a union where they have to be.
Like, yeah, like, and his name is one of, I don't know, 100 on the screen at that time. Like, it's not that big a deal, because thousands of people put this thing together for you. Yeah, it was just really rubbed me the wrong way. So. Anyway, the reason I said that, though, is we saw more Thanos in Guardians of the Galaxy than we did in that Stinger, so it didn't feel like... I mean, I guess it's because you see the gauntlet, but I don't know.
With no gems in it, though.
Yeah.
So he's got to find a way to get the gems, so he's going to have to come down to Earth to get the Vision.
Yeah. So that's the question, because Thor says there's 6, which on its own I think is... Oh, yeah, right, because there are 6, because there's one in the back of the column, right, too. So... There's got to be one more in like Thor Ragnarok has got to have one, but there's not going to be one in Civil War.
No.
So maybe Black Panther finds one.
Oh well, yeah, because he's in South Africa in the mines.
Totally, yeah. So there will be one in Black Panther, and there will be one in Ragnarok, or maybe in Guardians 2, but probably not. You would think that Guardians 2 will have like it's. They'll tell
Guardians
the story
2 is just what I think it's. Isn't Guardians 2 after the first part of Infinity War?
I don't think so.
I think it is.
Maybe.
I think it goes Infinity War, then Guardians 2, then Infinity War Part 2.
I mean, plus it's going to be mostly about Quill's dad, I would think. I mean, it's going to tell the story of Quill's dad, so yeah, we'll see. But we still got to find.
I think Josh
more.
Brolin's voice is good for Thanos.
Oh, he's so good, and he freaking looks like Thanos. So it's pretty neat. Yeah, I don't know.
Cool. Yeah, see Avengers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Losers don't.
I like that scene where Ultron is talking, and he says, "What doesn't kill you?" And then he breaks himself in half with another version of himself and says, "Makes you stronger." I thought that was that was good.
Yep.
That was a neat little moment.
And he looked more like the comic book version of Ultron at that point.
Yes. Yeah, I don't adore the way he looks. Like, it feels like they built him so that he could talk. Oh, that is the one thing that I do wish he had done that Joss Whedon had done here is I wish that all of the the other Ultron bots, I wish he had made them feel like not like Reavers, but more threatening. Because I really love when the one flies into the helicarrier and is like, there's that shot where it's crawling straight at you and it just feels really dangerous. And then they have to stab it in the face and it like slowly dies. Like, I wish all of them felt like that. I wish every single one of them felt like it was this menacing, horrible killing machine. Because they tear through so many of them. But if you just had more moments like that, especially like in that first one where they break through, because that early Ultron that's all half broken is so creepy and awesome that I just wish all of them had that feeling. It's the one thing that, like, I don't know, I was never as afraid of the Ultron bots as I feel like I could have been.
So if you're in an elevator, the elevator goes up with a hammer, right?
Oh, that's so good.
I do love Thor's face when Cap
when
moves it just a little bit.
Yeah, when it's just that moment where you can tell he's like, you know what, he might be worthy.
Yep.
If anybody in this room is worthy, it's Cap. So I might be in trouble here. He's so relieved. It's good.
Yep. So next week, I don't know what we're seeing. We'll see something.
Yeah.
Some movie.
Probably.
I want to see Maggie. I don't know if you guys want to see that one, but
I'll see Maggie. I'm Schwarzenegger.
I won't be here, so.
Yeah. Where are you going to be?
L.A.
Oh, that's right. You did say that. It's late.
Cool.
I'm going to try and watch the new Beverly. But
Cool.
That'd be neat.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening for 200 episodes.
Yeah.
You're the best. Thanks for being on 200 episodes, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Visit our website, realnerdspodcast.com. You can tweet us at real_nerds. You can email us even, realnerds@gmail.com. Like us on Facebook. Hey, stream us on Stitcher. You want to call us? 720-6nerds5. And download us on iTunes. Just search Real Nerds. Thank you, Joe Kempter, for the wonderful voiceover. And also Spark Mandrill for the wonderful late-night jazz smooth sounds of movies. You can find them on SoundCloud. This has been a Nebulous Visions production.